This is Retro Sports Radio. Visit RetroSeasons.com for more sports history.
The Miami Dolphins faced the Denver Broncos at Mile High Stadium for Week 1 of the NFL season on September 19, 1971. Miami was led by Don Shula in his second year as head coach. Shula had turned around the team in 1970, making the playoffs with a 10-4 record after 4 straight losing seasons in the AFL under coach George Wilson. Denver was coached by Lou Saban, but were a below-average team for over a decade, having never had a winning season in franchise history. This audio recording is from the Miami radio broadcast featuring announcers Rick Weaver, Larry King, and Henry Barrow.
Thank you, Larry. Curtis Johnson, activated on the Dolphins just before the game, is getting his first taste of activity on the specialty slot as the kickoff is about to occur. Dickey Post, number 23, deep off to the far side. Bob Anderson, number 11, deep to the near side. Here's your premier kick. He gets it high. It's deep, back in the end zone. And Post downs the football. There will be no run back. So the Broncos will bring it out, put it in play, 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line. Once again, the Dolphins defense, Riley, Fernandez, Richardson, and Stanfield, the front four. Swift, Bonacani, and Cole, the linebackers. Foley and Mumford, the cornerbacks, and Jake Scott and Anderson at the safety. Don Horn will be the quarterback. Gerke and Harrison, the wide receivers. Anderson and Little, the running backs, and Billy Masters is the tight end. Denver breaks out. They're moving from our left to our right. Gerke splits far to the left side. And the I formation from the Denver 20-yard line. Horn up under center, barks the signals, waiting for the snap. Here's the pitch going to Little, cuts into the right tackle, finds a hole across the 25, check at the 20, and is knocked off his feet at the 23-yard line by Manny Fernandez, number 75. A pickup of about 3 yards on the play. It'll be a 2nd down and 7. Nick Bonacani also in on the stop for Miami. Ball game has just started, and the Broncos wearing home white. You can elect to do that in the NFL with the permission of the league. They're going to wear white all season long. The Dolphins in their generally home uniforms. They split Gerke to the near side of the field, and Harrison is wide to the left. Anderson and Little, the setbacks in behind Horn. 2nd down and 7. Denver's ball from their 23. Here's the hand. Little squirts through the hole in the middle and gets to the 25, and that's all. A gain of 2. Nick Bonacani, number 85, the middle linebacker, closed the gap in a hurry, along with Jim Riley, the defensive left end for Miami. It'll be a 3rd down and 5 for the Broncos from their 25-yard line as they move from our left to our right. Larry?
Bill Arnsparger, the Dolphin defensive coach, expected Little to carry the ball a minimum of 25 times this afternoon.
He was the leading rusher in the American Football Conference last year. Gerke splits off the far side of the field. Harrison to the near side. Denver is one of the few teams in this league that will run on 3rd and long yardage. A lot of confidence in their ground game. From their 25, Horn's going to throw this time. Swings one out. Anderson's got it. 45, and he's knocked off his feet at the 28-yard line. 2 yards short of what they needed for the 1st down. Mike Colin coming over from the linebacker spot along with Nick Bonacani makes the tackle. And so the Broncos fail to move the football for the necessary 1st down yardage in their first offensive sequence, and the punting unit comes in. Jake Scott will go back as the deep man, and Dick Anderson, the shallow man, to receive the kick. Bill Van Heusen, who was activated today, he's been out recovering from a knee operation. He averaged 42 yards per punt. Van Heusen, a good kicker, will stand back at the 13-yard line. The line of scrimmage is the Denver Broncos 28. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. He gets the kick away and booms a high spiral out of there. Scott fair catches the ball at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. 42 yards on the punt by Bill Van Heusen. And so we set the offensive alignment for you for Miami. Warfield and Stowe will be the wide receivers. Crusan and Evans the tackle. Marv Fleming the tight end. Kuchenberg and Little the guide. DeMarco at center. Griese the quarterback. Kiick and Csonka the running back. Out of the huddle they come. Stowe splits to the far side. Along with Warfield. Double wide receivers off to the right. Miami's ball from their 31. Griese sets the ball club, waiting for the snap from center. Long count at the line of scrimmage. Here's the handoff. The kick. He is hit and dropped. Coming across the left side. Might have picked up a yard to the 32. Tackle made by middle linebacker Fred Forsberg. Defensively for the Broncos, Jackson, number 87, and Alzado, number 77 of the end. Smith, 70, Costa, 63 of the tackles. Myrtle, 54, Forsberg, 52, and Washington, 56 are the linebackers from left to right. Mitchell, number 41, and Thompson, 36, are the quarterbacks. Greer, number 20, and George Thames, number 26, are the safety men. Warfield splits off to the right side from the Miami 31-yard line. Waiting for the snap from center. Griese back to throw, has good time. Here's the pass. It is knocked away. Up at about the 45-yard line, intended for Shell. And so it'll be a third down coming up, and 10 for the Dolphins from their 31-yard line. Chip Myrtle, number 54, the left side linebacker, dropping off to defense on the play.
The Dolphin coaching staff expecting Denver to bump a lot on these wide receivers. Denver does not go zone much, but they did there. Double coverage coming over on Stowe, and fine defensive play.
Stowe splits to the far side. Warfield to the near side of the field. Third down and 10, Dolphins from their 31. Kiick and Csonka behind Griese. Griese back to throw. Gets a pretty good rush. And he's going to have to eat it. Back at the 24-yard line. Dave Costa, 9-year veteran, number 63, the defensive right tackle from Utah, was the first man to make contact along with Paul Smith. The Dolphins' pass protection faded away into nothingness there. They mark it at the 24, and the punting unit comes in. Larry Seifel will handle the punting charge. We'll get Charlie Greer back as the shallow man, and Billy Thompson, the deep man. One of the premier punt returners in this league, Bill Thompson, number 36, the deep man. From the line of scrimmage to 24, Seifel will stand at the Miami 9. Here's the snap. He gets the kick away and booms a beauty out of there. A long, high spiral. Backing up at the 18 is Thompson. He grabs it. 20, 25, 30. Flag down. He is flagged down from behind across the 36-yard line, but there's a flag down back to the 25. A 58-yard punt that time by Larry Seifel. A flag on the play, however, as Thompson returned out to about the 33, the 37-yard line. The penalty is against Denver. And possibly a clip on the return. We'll wait for the officials' call. The officials this afternoon, the referee is Tom Bell. That is clipping call. Puts the ball back on the 12-yard line. The head linesman is Ray Dotis, the umpire George Kennard, the field judge Fritz Graff, the back judge Tom Kelleher, and the line judge Royal Cathcart. Durkee is the wide receiver to the right side. He and Harrison are double wide receivers. Anderson and Little the setbacks in behind. Quarterback Don Horn. From the Denver 12-yard line. Here's a handoff. Little slants it across the left side, bounces off tacklers, and he gets to about the 14, possibly the 15, before left linebacker Doug Swift makes the stop on the play. They'll mark it at the 15-yard line, so it's a gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7. We have 10 minutes, 47 seconds left to go in the first quarter. There is no score. The ball at the Denver 15-yard line, a second down and 7. Larry?
That 58-yard kick by Larry Seifel was his best of the season thus far, the 6 preseason games. A real boomer.
Harrison splits left, Durkee to the near side of the field. On second and 7, Denver's ball from their 15. Horn up under center, barks the signal. Straight back he goes to throw. Sets up, rips one up the middle. It is dropped. Intended for Masters, the tight end, at the 22-yard line. Doug Swift, number 59, defense on the play for Miami. It'll be a third down and 7 for the Bronx from their 15-yard line. Neither club able to penetrate the other team's defense thus far in the ball game. With 10:19 left to play in period number 1. And certainly the New England Patriots pulled off a stunner this afternoon. Defeating the Oakland Raiders 20-6 was Jim Plunkett, throwing 2 touchdown passes for New England. Out of the huddle now come the Broncos with Durkee, the wide man to the near side of the field, and Harrison split left. Horn has Bobby Anderson and Floyd Little, the setbacks in behind him. Third down and 7 from the Denver 15. Handoff to Little, squirts through a hole in the middle. It's closed in a hurry as he's knocked off his feet at the 17-yard line. Richardson, Fernandez, and Stanfield all closed it. And it'll be a fourth down punting situation, as for the second time the Miami defense has contained the Denver offense. Van Heusen will come in to handle the punting chores. Scott will go back as the deep man along with Dick Anderson to field the punt. The line of scrimmage is the 17-yard line in Denver territory. Out of the huddle now they come, and Van Heusen will stand back at about the 2-yard line. 9:45 left to play in the first period. There is no score. Waiting for the snap. Van Heusen gets it. He gets a good rush, gets off a low trajectory kick. Anderson takes it. 45, 40, down to the 35, 30, 25, inside the 25, down at the Denver 21-yard line. Dick Anderson grabbed that short kick as a good rush was put on. Den Herder is the fella who was in there to put the rush on. A 32-yard kick by Van Heusen. Anderson grabbed the ball at the 48 and runs it back down to the Denver 21-yard line. So the Dolphins have excellent field position at the 21 in Denver territory. On Anderson's 27-yard punt return, Stowe splits right. Warfield comes to the near side. Kiick and Csonka, the setbacks, in behind Bob Griese. A good rush applied on that punt that time, and Anderson got off a low trajectory kick that was not too long. Waiting for the snap at the line of scrimmage. Here's Griese, hands the kick, slants in over the left side, inside the 20 he goes, down to the 17-yard line. Tackle on the play made by middle linebacker Fred Forsberg. Gain of about 4. We'll call it second down and 6. Right out in front of the north goal post are the Dolphins, the ball at the Denver 17-yard line. Rich Jackson, defensive left end. Lyle Alzado, a rookie from Yankton, playing on the other side. Smith and Costa, the defensive tackles. Out of the huddle now come the Dolphins. Stowe, wide receiver right. Warfield split just a couple of yards to the near side. Second and 6 from the Denver 17-yard line. Griese up under center, calls the signals. Here's the snap, hand off to Kiick. He comes in across the right side, gets to the 15-yard line. A couple of people jumped. There were no flags thrown, and the Denver crowd booing the lack of the yellow flag. Jackson makes the tackle on the play at the Denver 14-yard line. It'll be a third down and 3. The Denver ball club arguing with the referee, Tom Bell, over the lack of a call on the play, but to no avail. The ball is at the 14-yard line with a third down and 3 for the Dolphins. We have 7:43 left to go in the first quarter. A short kick by Van Heusen, a good return by Dick Anderson, has given the Dolphins excellent field position. Stowe splits a couple of yards right. Warfield to the near side. Third and 3 from the Denver 14. Here's Griese dropping straight back to throw, looking for Warfield. Down the near corner. He can't get it. Overthrown. Down here at the northwest corner of the field. So it'll be a fourth down coming up, and Garo Yepremian comes into the football game. The Dolphins will have a 21-yard field goal attempt. It'll be a fourth down and 3. Yepremian is in. Carl Noonan will hold. And the angle is from the far inbound hash mark. They'll mark it at the 21. And Yepremian will get his first shot at the field goal attempt this year. He was 22 for 29, the league's most accurate kicker last year. Waiting for the snap from center. Here it is, set down, the kick is up. And it's good. The Dolphins take the lead. There's a timeout on the field with the score. Dolphins 3, the Broncos nothing.
Don't get caught with your batteries down.
Say, can you imagine turning on your transistor radio to the biggest ball game of the year, and it won't make a sound? Don't let it happen to you.
You better get everything off of my energizer. Because they last.
For batteries that last and last and last in radios, cameras, or cassette players, get Ever-Ready Alkaline Energizers. They last so long, work so well, they're America's best-selling alkaline batteries. First, because they last.
Don't get caught with your batteries down.
You better get Ever-Ready Alkaline Energizer. Because they last.
Ever-Ready Alkaline Energizers.
Just before the kickoff, here's Henry Barrow.
We had a slight injury to Norm Evans in the spot where we can least afford it. He pulled a muscle on his right side, but he should be able to play.
Dolphins with 7:20 left to go in the first quarter lead 3-0 on a 21-yard field goal by Yepremian. Here is Garo's kick. It's again high and deep. There will be no run back as Post seals the kickoff deep in the end zone. And the Broncos, who have been back on their hind legs all throughout this first quarter, will put it in play from their 20-yard line. Dwight Harrison and Jack Gerke will be the wide receivers. Little and Bob Anderson, the running backs, behind quarterback Don Horn. Seven minutes, 15 seconds left to go in period number one. That field goal was keyed by the punt run back by Dick Anderson before his hometown fans. Gerke wide to the right, pitch out, goes to Anderson, throws upfield. Here's Gerke, 45, 50, 45 to the 40, knocked down deep in Dolphin territory at the 31-yard line by Jake Scott. Bobby Anderson on a halfback option pass wafted the ball over the defense down the near side to Jack Gerke, 68 yards on the pass play, and Scott dragged him down from behind. They say his knee touched the ground at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. So for the first time this afternoon, the Broncos show some offense as Bobby Anderson on the halfback option pass hits Jack Gerke down the near side for 68 yards. First and 10, Broncos ball at the Dolphins' 32. Harrison, number 82, splits left, Gerke to the near side. Anderson a little in behind Horn, waiting for the snap from center from the Dolphins' 32-yard line. Here is Horn dropping back to throw, gets the rush, throws. It is caught by Masters, the tight end, at the 22-yard line in Dolphin territory, close to a first down. Tackled by strong safety Dick Anderson. And they put it down at the 21, so that makes it a first down, 11 yards, as Horn hits Masters, who is 6'5", 240, a 5-year veteran from LSU, the tight end. The ball at the Dolphins' 21. First and 10 for the Broncos as they are knocking on the door with 5:55 left to go in the first period. Dolphins drew first blood on a 21-yard field goal by Garo Yepremian, set up by a 27-yard punt return by Dick Anderson. The Broncos snap out of the huddle. Here's Gerke, the wide man, to the near side of the field. Anderson and Little are set back in behind Horn from the Dolphins' 21-yard line. As the Broncos are moving from our left to our right. Flag down, the handoff to Little, eludes one tackler coming to the right side and is tossed to the 25-yard line by left quarterback Tim Foley. But there is a marker on the play, and we'll get the official's call in just a moment. It was a loss of 4 yards for Little. We get an offside call against the Broncos, declined by the Dolphins. They'll take the down and the loss of the yardage instead. The ball is at the Dolphin 25-yard line, where it'll be a second down and 14. We have 5:29 to go in the first period. Dolphins lead 3-0. Dolphins defense, Anderson and Scott the safeties, and Mumford along with Foley the cornerback. Colin on the left side, Bonaconte and Swift on the right side, the linebackers. Horn back to throw on second and 14, sets up. He hits at the 15 down to the 10 on the completion, down to the 6-yard line. Here's the receiver, Jack Gerke, off the left side. And he was knocked down at the 6-yard line. 14 yards on the pass completion. That's what they needed, and they got just enough to get a first down. First and goal as Horn rips one up the middle against the Miami zone, complete to Gerke, who's been the principal receiver here in this drive, as he's caught two for a total of 82 yards. Gerke splits left. And off to the near side is Harrison. First and goal. Denver down at the Miami 6-yard line. Horn sets his ball club on the snap. Sprints to his right to throw. It is knocked away by Foley. Down at the 4 in a square-out pattern intended for Dwight Harrison, the rookie wide receiver from Texas A&I. And Foley got a hand on it and knocked it down. Incomplete. Second down goal from the Dolphins 6-yard line. Larry?
And a surprising aspect of this is that Horn is coming out and throwing. The Broncos usually prefer to run, and here he gets a first down on the 6 and throws on the first play. This is a different kind of Bronco offense that they have exhibited in their preseason play.
Gerke splits to the far side, Harrison to the near side. The tight end Masters is a strong side to the left. Little and Anderson in behind Horn. Second down and goal from the 6-yard line. On the snap, the handoff to Little over the left side. He gets down to about the 5-yard line. And that's all before the green jerseys, led by Manny Fernandez, 75, and John Richardson, number 74, team up to knock him off his feet. They mark the ball down at the 5. It'll be third down and 5 yards to go for a touchdown. Jim Whalen comes in, and Masters goes out at tight end. Whalen, a 7-year veteran from Boston College, number 83. Ball right out in front of the goalpost down here at the south end of the field. Third down and goal for the Bronx from the Dolphins 5 with 4:17 left to go in his first period. Harrison splits left. Gerke is the wide man to the near side. Anderson and Little are setbacks behind Horn, waiting for the snap. Here it is, the handoff to Anderson. He is sprinting out to the right, going to carry the ball. He is knocked off his feet and to the ground at the 3-yard line. Down here in the near side coffin corner by Dick Anderson. There's the first meeting of the two brothers this afternoon. They needed 5 yards for the touchdown, so the field goal unit comes in. Jim Turner, ex to the New York Jets, will be the kicker, and Horn will hold. This will be about a 10-yard attempt. They mark the ball at the near side inbound hash mark. And if he makes it, he can tie it up. He did not have a good preseason. He hit on only 3 out of 12. It'll be a 10-yard attempt. Horn will hold. And Jim Turner will try the field goal. Waiting for the snap. Here it is, set down. The kick is up, and it's good. There's a timeout on the field. With the score, the Dolphins 3 and the Broncos 3.
Winning. Valentine's been with a lot of winners for a lot of years, like championship baseball teams in both leagues. Valentine was with them as they kept adding up the wins. Winning. Putting in that something extra to stay up on top. We've always done it. Still do. Like cold brewing. Our winner's way of making sure Valentine always tastes great. Ice cracking cold. Greatness? Winners always have it. And at Valentine, we've got a lot of greatness going for us.
Hey, get your cold beer. Get your cold brew Valentine beer. Taste the beer that's crisp and icily light. The cold brew taste that's precisely right. Frosty lively, crystally clear. The crisp refresher, cold brew Valentine beer.
Cold brew Valentine. Man, we've got a lot of greatness going for us. P. Valentine and Sons, Newark, New Jersey.
In the third quarter, friends, it's New Orleans 17, Los Angeles 3. The other major upset of the day occurred when the Patriots defeated the Raiders 20-6. Again, New Orleans 17, Los Angeles 3 in the third quarter. And we'll go to Henry Barrow.
We've gotten a report on Norm Evans' injury. It's bruised ribs. He'll be able to play the rest of the game.
Dave Washington, a linebacker, will kick off, number 56 for the Broncos. Mercury Morris back in there to receive the kickoff along with Hubert Ginn. The kick is high and it's deep, and it goes out of the end zone. There'll be no run back. So the Dolphins will bring it out and put it in play at their 20-yard line. All of the Dolphin injured this past week are back in playing form and all ready to go this afternoon, particularly Scott Morris and Bonaconte, who've seen considerable action thus far. The Dolphins have Stowe and Warfield as the wide receivers. Bob Griese is the quarterback. Kiick and Csonka are the running back. And Mark Fleming is the tight end. Dolphins ball from their 20. Score tied 3-3, 3:14 to go in the first quarter. Handoff to Csonka for the first time this afternoon. He pulls his way straight ahead to the 23-yard line. Lyle Alzado, number 77, the defensive right end, makes the stop. Larry?
Let's get a timeout for our stations along the network. This is the Miami Dolphins Football Network station break.
No wheeling, straight dealing for leasing dependable cars. It's William Lehman Leasing, 163rd Street, North Miami Beach. Come in and see for yourself. WIOD Miami.
On the huddle now come the Dolphins. 2nd down and 7 from their 23. Warfield splits left and Stowe to the far side. Griese up under center, barks the signals, drops straight back to throw, gets a good rush, throws the ball, completes a kick at the 29, and he's wrestled out of bounds. Back at the 27, but they say his forward tackle has carried him out to the 30-yard line, which will be close to a first down. The tackle on the play made by a right side linebacker, Dave Washington, a 2-year veteran from Alcorn A&M. Just a little bit shy of a first down. We'll call it 3rd and 1. Griese completing the kick. Jim Mandich comes in as Stowe goes out, so we've got Fleming and Mandich at the tight ends on 3rd and short yardage. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left to play in this first quarter. Washington is out. Olin Underwood in at the linebacker spot. He wears number 50 for the Broncos. Warfield, a wingman to the left side. 3rd and 1 from the Dolphins' 29. Score tied 3-3. Here's Griese back to throw. Throwing deep for Warfield. He's got it at the 45, down to the 40, and knocked off his feet at the Broncos' 35-yard line. Warfield got in behind Thompson and hauled it in. Thompson reacted quickly and brought him down. But Griese, with a 3rd and 1, picks up 35 yards to Warfield, a first down at the Bronco 35-yard line. With a minute and 27 seconds left to play in this first quarter.
They really faked everybody out on that play, moving in the 2 tight ends, the fake to Csonka, and Warfield made the one move, one-man coverage, beautiful picture play.
So back in, splits to the far side. Warfield to the near side of the field. Csonka and kicks the setbacks in behind Griese. The Dolphins ball at the 35. The handoff to Kiick follows wedge blocking straight ahead and gets no place. He was really cracked by number 87, Richard Jackson, the 6-year All-Pro veteran from Southern University. Mark it at the 35. No gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. For the Dolphins at the Bronx 35. 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The score tied 3-3. The Dolphins a 21-yard drive and 21-yard field goal by Yepremian. An 80-yard drive by the Broncos and a 10-yard field goal by Turner. Stowe splits to the far side. Warfield to the near side. 2nd down and 10 from the Broncos 35. Griese up under center. He's got a throw. Straight back he goes. Gets a right from Jackson. Throws a square out. Caught by Kiick inside the 30 and is wrestled out of bounds on the far side at the Broncos 26-yard line by linebacker Dave Washington. A gain of about 9 on the play. And they're going to mark it at the 26-yard line. So it'll be about a yard shy of a first down. 3rd and 1. We got Jerry Inman, number 62, at a defensive position in the front line in the ball game for the Broncos. Out of the huddle they come with a 3rd and 1 at the Denver 26. We've got the tight ends in, Fleming and Mandich. 18 seconds left to play in this first quarter. On 3rd down and 1. Griese hands off to Kiick, slams it across the left side. He's got the first down to about the 23-yard line. Jim Kiick carried. Tackle on the play made by Lyle Alzado, the rookie right defensive end from Yankton College. 13 seconds left to go in this first quarter. A first down for the Dolphins as the ball is at the 23-yard line in Denver territory. Warfield and Stowe are the wide receivers. Kiick and Csonka, the running backs, behind Griese. Marv Fleming, the tight end. And there is the end of the first quarter. Dolphin action continues from Mile High Stadium in Denver with the score. The Broncos 3 and the Dolphins 3.
If you like.
It is Dallas, the winner over Buffalo, 49-37. Miami meets Buffalo next week. Cleveland over Houston, 31-0. New England beat Oakland 20-6. It was Cincinnati 37 and Philadelphia 14. Atlanta 20, San Francisco 17. Giants lead Green Bay 42-31. Fourth quarter. Here's Rick.
Ready to start the second period. The ball at the Bronx 23. First down, Dolphins. Warfield splits left, Stowe to the near side. Griese up under center, waiting for the snap. Here he goes. Sprints to his left. Sets up. Is hit and dropped. Rich Jackson just about tore his head off on a real fine defensive play, and he beat the blocker, Evans, that time, and flattens him out back at the 33-yard line. A loss of 10 on the play. Rich Jackson with an awesome pass rush, and Griese sprinting to his left to go away from Jackson, got caught anyway. It'll be 2nd down and 20. Dolphins ball at the Bronco 33-yard line. We've just started the second quarter. The score is tied 3-3. Been a defensive struggle so far. Out of the huddle now come the Dolphins. Warfield splits left, Stowe to the near side. Fleming, the tight end, strong side right. Kiick and Csonka, the setbacks in behind Griese. 2nd down, long yardage. Here's a handoff on a draw to Csonka. He gets no place. Hitting it across the right side, waiting for him was number 70, Paul Smith. Left side defensive tackle, 255-pound, 4-year veteran from New Mexico. They put the ball at the 34, so he lost a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 21.
Rick, this is as good a front four as you will see in professional football, and Rich Jackson is almost unbelievable. Even when he does not get in on the play, his presence, everyone is so aware of his presence. On the last dumping of Griese, he hit Griese before Warfield had even started his cut.
3rd down and 21 for the Dolphins at the Broncos 34. Warfield splits left, Stowe to the near side. Kiick and Csonka in behind Griese. Signals being called. Griese drops straight back to throw. Good protection this time. Deep for Warfield. Or check it for Kiick. And it's overthrown, incomplete. Down at the 10-yard line. staying with him all the way. Good pass coverage by linebacker Chip Myrtle, number 54. So with a fourth down situation, let's see if we've got little Garrow in there. Yes, he is. And this field goal attempt will be a 41-yarder. The ball is marked from the far inbound hash mark. Noonan will hold. And he's kicking to the south end zone. His first attempt of 21 yards was good. This is a 41-yarder. Waiting for the snap from center. Here it is, set down. The kick is up. He's got the distance, but it's way off to the right side. It's no good. So with 13 minutes and 34 seconds left to play in this second quarter, the score is tied 3-3, and the Broncos will put the ball in play at their 20-yard line as Yepremian misses a 41-yard field goal attempt. There is a timeout on the field with a score: the Dolphins 3 and the Broncos 3.
Honey, I guess I better take the car tomorrow. I need to get some antifreeze put in.
Oh, I can do it.
Oh, darling, I mean, I respect you. I know you mean well, but you think antifreeze is some kind of relative. I mean, you have to know about these things, you know?
No, I can do it.
Honey, please, antifreeze is a man's job.
Oh, come on, I can do it.
How? How can you do it?
I take the car to Citgo. I tell the car man I need antifreeze. Simple.
No, it's not that simple, no.
Oh, I get it. You're worried about checking the radiator for leaks and inspecting the radiator connective hoses.
What?
Well, I'm conversant on those subjects.
You know something? I think you can do it.
I can do it.
Well, while you're at it, maybe you could wash the car?
I can't do that.
If your wife is getting smarter about your car, you can thank the car man at Citgo. Whether it's antifreeze or filling up the gas tank, the car man will steer your wife right.
Rick Weaver back at Mile High Stadium in Denver. The Broncos ball at their 20-yard line. A score tied 3-3 as Garrow has just missed a 41-yard field goal attempt. Horn back to throw on first down. Looks for the far sideline. Gerke's down there. Knocked away. A fine defensive play by strong safety Dick Anderson, sailing high in the air and knocking the ball out of bounds, intended for wide receiver Jack Gerke. It'll be a second down and 10 for the Broncos. The ball at their 20. Larry?
Rick, we can tell you how even this game is by the statistics. Horn and Griese are both 3 for 6 in the passing department, and both teams have 2 first downs. They had 1 extra pass for the Broncos. Bobby Anderson completed that big 68-yarder. Even game, and they're playing it just that way, just the way we expected, these two strong defensive units.
Gerke out of the huddle, switched to the far side. Masters is back into the tight end, and they set Harrison as a slot man to the right. Anderson and Little, the setbacks in behind Horn in the I formation. Second down and 10. Broncos from their 20. Pitch to Little, sweep to the right. He is being pursued. Riley course collars him and throws him for a loss out of bounds on the far side of the field at about the 17-yard line. Jim Riley reacting beautifully on the play. The 5-year veteran from Oklahoma, number 70. And it's a loss of 3. It'll be a third down coming up, and we'll call it 13 for the Broncos from their 17-yard line. The 2 big plays in this ball game have been performed by the Anderson boys. Bobby with a 68-yard pass to Jack Gerke for Denver, and Dick with a 27-yard punt return, which set up the Dolphins' first field goal score. Here is Harrison splitting off to the far side. Gerke, the wide man to the near side of the field. Third down and 13. Broncos from their 17-yard line. On the snap, Horn back to throw. He sets up. The rush overcommits itself, and here's the pass. Intended down here at the 35 for Gerke. He had fallen down, and Mumford was off the play. The Dolphin rush finally penetrated the pass protection, but it overcommitted themselves, and Horn was left in the open to throw the ball, but it was incomplete. So it'll be a fourth down, and Van Heusen comes in to handle the punting chores. Scott will be the deep man, and Dick Anderson the shallow man to receive the kick. And Heusen booted one the first time of 42 yards. The last time he got off that short kick, which Anderson ran back 27 yards. Van Heusen will stand back at about the 3-yard line. Dolphins in the second quarter moving from our left to our right offensively. Here's the snap. He gets the kick away, gets a pretty good rush, a high booming spiral out of there. Scott backs up, grabs the ball at the 28, comes to the near side, now reverses directions. He is hit and dropped at the 32-yard line. 52 yards on the punt by Van Heusen, a 4-yard return for Jake Scott. Check it, make it 5. They'll mark it at the 33-yard line. The tackle was made by Underwood, number 50. So the Dolphins will start from their 33-yard line with 12 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the first half. The score is tied 3-3. Dolphins have had just a little bit better as far as ball control is concerned, but they have not been able to solve this great pass rush of the Broncos thus far. Warfield splits left. Here's Griese, hands off to Kiick, squirts through the middle, gets out to 35, and that's all. He's tripped up by middle linebacker Fred Forsberg, number 52, a 3-year veteran from the University of Washington. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be second down and 8. Otto Stoll and Warfield have played the entire ball game thus far at the wide receiver spots. We expect to see some of Howard Twilley against this bump and run defense of the Broncos this afternoon. Dolphins split Warfield to the far side, Stowe to the near side. Csonka and Kiick the setbacks behind Griese. From the Dolphins 35, it's second down and 8. At the line of scrimmage, Griese barks out the signals, a long count. He hands off to Csonka, hole in the middle, rams his way out to the 40-yard line. He carried a couple of white jerseys with him that time as a 237-pound battering ram from Syracuse knocked to the ground by Rich Jackson and Fred Forsberg. They mark it at the 40. It'll be a third down and 3. Dolphins ball at their 40-yard line.
Rick, cornerback Bill Thompson of the Broncos is giving Warfield just no edge at all, lining up and bumping him every play. And there's a whole group of fans here from Miami. They're on the far side of the field with a Go Dolphins sign.
Thompson is a big cornerback at 6'1", 201. Third and 3, Dolphins from their 40. Warfield splits left, Stowe to the near side. Griese up under center, waiting for the snap from Bob DeMarco. Here he goes, hand off to Csonka. He's got a hole on the left side, and he gets through there out to the 45 for a first down. Bob Kuchenberg through the block that sprung him. And Charlie Greer, the strong safety, number 20, 4-year veteran from Colorado, makes the tackle. First down for the Dolphins at their 45-yard line. We have 10-17 to go in the first half. 3-3 the score. Jim Turner, a 10-yard field goal. Garo Yepremian, a 21-yarder. And that's been all the scoring. Dolphins, first down from their 45. Warfield splits left. And Stowe just a couple of yards off right tackle Norm Evans to the near side. Griese hands to Csonka, slides off one tackler, cuts back to his left, gets across the line of scrimmage out to the 46-yard line. Rich Jackson failed to be taken out along with Paul Smith.
One surprise thus far in the Dolphin offense, we have yet to see Mercury Morris come in, and we expected to see much more of that today, the use of Morris and or Ginn on this sliding back offense. But thus far it's been Kiick and Csonka all the way. Here's Rick.
And the battle has been up front in the pit between the Denver defense and the Miami offensive line, and vice versa. Second down and 8. Dolphins ball at their 46. Here's Griese, hands off, Kiick, hole in the middle, 50, down into Denver territory at the 45. Goes Jim Kiick. Great trap blocking up front by the Dolphins front line. Dave Washington, the right linebacker, makes the stop. That's good enough for a Miami first down at the Denver 44-yard line. 9 minutes left to play in this first half. A 3-3 contest as they are grinding it out. Here's Warfield out of the huddle, splitting to the far side. Stowe to the near side of the field. The ball at the Bronco 44-yard line. Kiick and Csonka in behind Griese. Griese hands off to Csonka, slants over left tackle and carries a couple with him. Down to about the 41-yard line goes Larry Csonka. Lyle Alzado, 252-pound rookie from Yankton, number 77, the right side defensive end, makes the stop. Ball at the Denver 41-yard line. It'll be a second down coming up and 7.
Now the Dolphins in that familiar ball control pattern, and what they hope to do is bring the linebackers up a little and then shoot either Stowe or Warfield. At least that was the pattern when they tried to do it in preseason and last year when Warfield was here. Now Thompson laying off Warfield to drop now.
Second down, 7. Dolphins at the Bronx 41. Warfield splits left, Stowe to the near side of the field. As the Dolphins move from our left to our right, Griese throws to the near side. Stowe can't hold it at the 36. He curled to the near side, and he was hit by the left cornerback, Leroy Mitchell, and could not hold on to the football. Incompletion, third down and 7. Dolphins at the Bronco 41. Mitchell on the left cornerback spot was involved in a deal with Houston and Green Bay and came to the Broncos this year from Houston. He is 6'1", 190-pound, 4-year veteran from Texas Southern. Third down and 7. Dolphins ball at the Bronco 41-yard line. 8 minutes, 3 seconds to go in this first half. We have a 3-3 score. Warfield splits to the far side, Stowe to the near side. Griese as Kiick and Csonka in behind him. 3rd down and 7. And Fleming jumps offside as Griese drops back to throw. Flags go down all over the field. Griese staggering the cadence of the line of scrimmage, and we'll see whether Marv was lured off or whether he just plain jumped. Mandich comes into the ball game, and Fleming goes out. Penalty against the Dolphins for illegal procedure sets the ball back to the Denver 46. It'll be a 3rd down and 12.
Rick and I and Henry last night were talking with some of the officials and talking about the protection given quarterback on that play. As soon as the flags were thrown, Tommy Bell jumped right in front of Griese to prevent any Denver Bronco from hitting him.
Jim Mandich, number 88, 2-year veteran from Michigan, now playing at tight end for the Dolphins, replacing Fleming. 3rd down and 12 from the Bronco 46. Warfield splits left, go to the near side. Griese up under center, calling those signals. Here's the snap. Bob drops back to throw. He's being pursued. Sprints out to his left. Now they're still looking for somebody open. Back to the 30-yard line he goes. Still running. Fumbles the ball. And Denver recovers. Back at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. Rich Jackson is the guy who got it. Griese was scrambling all over the place. He never did get time to get set up to find anybody open. And he lost the ball, and Jackson recovered it, and Denver has possession at the 24-yard line in Dolphins territory. Rich Jackson, awesome again on the rush. Bob dropped back to throw, and then got the rush sprinted to his left. Costa was in on him. That's the 3rd dump for the Denver defense. Out of the huddle now they come, with 7:28 to go in the half. First down at the Dolphins 24. Double wide receivers to the near side are Gerke and Harrison. Little and Anderson in behind Horn. On the Dolphins' 24-yard line. Here's the handoff to Little. Slants to the right side. He gets about a yard, possibly 2. Before he's knocked off his feet at about the 22-yard line. Tackle made by Tim Foley. They mark it at the 23, so he got only a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
The Redskins have got off to winning ways, beating the Cardinals today in an Eastern Division clash in the NFC. Washington 24, St. Louis 17, and they got a wild one at Green Bay. It's 42-40. Giants over the Packers in the 4th quarter.
Gerke splits to the far side. Harrison to the near side of the field. The ball at the Dolphin 23. 2nd down and 9. Broncos in possession. Back to throw goes Horn. Sets up, swings one out to Bob Anderson, 25. Cuts to his right. He's knocked off his feet at the 22-yard line. And they pick up only a yard. Nick Bonaconte covered the play beautifully. Number 85, the middle linebacker for Miami. And they pick up only a yard on the pass completion. Swing pass to Bobby Anderson. It'll be a 3rd down coming up. And we'll call it 8 at the Dolphins' 22.
Thus far, both teams are doing a great job containing superstars. Warfield is being bumped. He has not been free except on that 135-yard pass play. And Floyd Little has also not made his presence felt this afternoon. The Dolphin defense stopping him.
They spend a lot of time in the huddle. Now they come out of it. 3rd down and 8. At the Dolphins 22. Harrison splits to the near side. Gerke off to the far side of the eye. Anderson and Little. Here's Horn dropping back to throw. Set. Throws to the far sideline. Blocked by Masters, the tight end. At the 18-yard line. He went up and slanted off and had his eyes on the end zone. Took his eyes off the football and could not hold on to it. He dropped it. So they're going to have to settle for a field goal attempt. The ball at the 22-yard line in Miami territory. And let's see if they are going to go for a field goal. Turner is in, number 15. This will be a 31-yard attempt. The ball is marked on the near side, inbound hash mark. Turner has a 10-yard field goal in the ball game. Horn will hold. And they're going to put it down at the 29. The 29-yard line. Waiting for the snap. Here it is, set down, the kick is up, and it's going to be no good, off to the left. So each club has missed a field goal attempt, and the Dolphins came out of that one smelling like a rose. After that fumble recovery gave Denver excellent field position. A missed field goal attempt by Turner, and there's a timeout on the field with a score, Miami 3, Denver 3.
You've heard household finance say, a good reason for borrowing is a good reason for lending. But what is a good reason for borrowing? The answer is any money need that's truly important. Maybe that's clearing up bills, paying for the kids' braces, meeting an installment contract. Whatever it is, you'll find understanding service at HFC. In our 93 years, we've helped families solve just about every kind of money problem. Bring in yours and borrow with confidence at Household Finance.
A good reason for borrowing is a good reason for lending. And the good place to borrow is Household Finance.
At Household Finance, you may borrow up to $600 and choose from a wide variety of repayment plans. HFC has offices in all the principal cities throughout Florida.
At Chicago, the Bears have gone ahead of the Steelers in the fourth quarter, 17-15. And this knockdown drag out. The Dolphins go back and play at the 20, and here's Rick Weaver.
Csonka stretches a slot man to the right side. So is the wide receiver split right, and Warfield to the far side. Kick in behind Griese from the Dolphins' 20-yard line. First down off that missed field goal attempt by Turner. Hand off to Kiick. Going to hold the left side out across the 25. Knocked off his feet at the 30-yard line. Jim Kiick slamming it across the left side. Got a good block from Doug Trusan and Bob Kuchenberg. That is good for a first down. 10 yards on the pickup out to the 30. The tackle by free safety George Sames, 9-year veteran from Michigan State. That is the fifth first down of the ball game for Miami. 5 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the first half. The score is tied 3-3. Warfield splits to the far side, Stowe to the near side, Csonka flat man to the near side of the field. First and 10 Dolphins from their 30-yard line. Here is Griese, dropping back to throw. Good protection this time. Sets up, going deep down the far side, and Warfield is bumped out. Interference is going to be called. And the flag was tossed at the 50-yard line.
That was as obvious an interference as you will see. The ball was clearly in midair, and Warfield had tripped, gotten up, bumped once, and then was just pushed out of bounds by Thompson. A clear interference. The referee right the sidelines and right on top of the play, and it's the Dolphins' first down.
Offensive interference gives the Dolphins, or check it, the defensive interference gives the Dolphins a first down at the midfield stripe. Thompson, number 36, off their bump and run defense, was all over Warfield that time, and a good call by the officials. First down at the midfield stripe for Miami with 5 minutes and 1 second left to play in this first half. Yepremi in a 21-yard field goal, Turner a 10-yarder. They've each missed one also, so it's 3-3 ball game. Csonka, flat man to the right, Stowe to the near side, Warfield, wide receiver, split left. Kick in behind Griese from the midfield stripe. Waiting for the snap. Kick goes in motion. Here's the pitch. The kick sweeps to the right, cuts in over right end, and gets down to about the 47-yard line in Bronco territory. Left quarterback Leroy Mitchell makes the stop. Larry Little was out in front that time, trying to open a hole. Gain of 3, and it'll be second down and 7. Dolphins ball at the Denver 47. This has been a defensive struggle.
The Bears have won their opener today. They have beaten the Steelers coming from behind to do it. Chicago 17, Pittsburgh 15.
Warfield out of the huddle, splits to the far side. Stowe on the near side. Kiick and Csonka, the setbacks in behind Griese. Second down, 7. Dolphins from the Bronco 47-yard line. 4:20 left to play in the first half. The handoff goes to Csonka. Sweep to the right, down the near side. 40, 35, and run out of bounds at the Denver 33-yard line. Leroy Mitchell ran him out. Csonka found a hole that time and cut just at the precise moment he needed to and got outside. Got the corner turned down the near sideline and runs the ball to the Denver 33-yard line. A pickup of about 14, a first down for Miami at the Bronx 33.
We have a final at Green Bay, Rick. The Giants have held on and won it. New York 42, Green Bay 40.
Basketball season coming in a little early. All right, first and 10, Dolphins at the Bronco 33-yard line. Stowe split to the near side of the field. Griese, flags will go down as the handoff goes to Csonka. Slants off the left side and gets to the line of scrimmage, that's all. There was a blitz on that time. Jackson and Smith, along with Thompson over there to make the tackle. Little or no gain on the play. And we'll see who the penalty is going to be against. Apparently against the Dolphins. 5 yards. Cuts the ball back to the 39-yard line. Illegal procedure against Miami is the call. So it'll be a first down and 15. Jim Mandich has come in the lineup at tight end for the Dolphins. The ball back at the, they put it down at the 39-yard line of Bronco territory. 4:10 to go in the first half. Let's get out of Henry.
That was called on Norm Evans. He drew Rich Jackson offside.
All right, Warfield splits to the left and Stowe to the near side. 1st and 15 Dolphins from the Denver 39-yard line. Griese takes the handoff, play action pass, sprints to his right, ducks away from the right, still ducking and is finally knocked down back at the 44-yard line. It'll be a loss of about 5 on the play. They come and they come and they come. Tackle finally made by Dave Costa as he ducked away from a rush, ducked underneath the clothesline attempt, and managed to get back where it would have been about a 10-yard loss. That's the 4th dump for the Denver defense. And it'll be a 2nd down coming up and 21 for the Dolphins. The ball at the Bronco 44 with 3:54 left to go in this first half of 3-3 defensive struggle. Both defenses have been excellent. We've talked more about the Denver defense because they've had a stronger pass rush. We get double wide receivers to the far side, Warfield and Stowe. On 2nd down, long yardage, 21 from the Bronco 44. Griese barks out those signals. Flags go down as he took too long. Here's the handoff going to Csonka, trying to slide it over the left side, get the corner turn, and he did not get the job done. The defense failing to yield. Dave Washington, the right side linebacker, riding to the ground at the 45, a loss of about a yard, but there was a flag on the play. And I think the Dolphins took too much time getting the ball in play. They put the ball back at the Denver 49. The lay-up game is the call, 5 yards against Miami. Griese's been going long at the line of scrimmage on the count. And that time it cost them. 2nd down and 26. The ball at the Denver 49 as Dolphins moving in the opposite direction where they want to go. 3:25 left to play in the first half. 3-3 the score. 2nd down, 26 at the Bronx 49. Double wide receivers to the far side are Warfield and Stowe. Kiick and Csonka in behind Griese. Griese on the snap, sprints back to his left. Sets the throw. Wobbly pass, far sideline. Warfield makes the catch at the 30-yard line. Knocked out of bounds on the far side at the 29. He beat Thompson on the play. Leaped high in the air in front of him. 21 yards on the pass completion. That is still 5 yards, approximately 5 yards shy of what they need for a first down. Griese to Warfield for 21. The ball is marked at the Denver 29. It'll be a 3rd down, and we'll call it 6 for accuracy's sake. As the lead yard marker is about the 23-yard line. Let's go to Henry.
On that previous play where Csonka carried the ball and there was a flag, Alzado, the defensive end, was warned about hitting late. We'll keep an eye on him.
Warfield splits left, Stowe to the near side. 3rd down and 6. Dolphins at the Bronco 29. Waiting for the snap from center. Here's Griese dropping straight back to throw. Throws up the middle. It is dropped by Kiick. Down at the 15-yard line. Good defense by the Broncos. Dave Washington and Charlie Greer, linebacker and strong safety respectively. Worked on Kiick that time and knocked the pass away. It'll be 4th down and 6. And Yepremian is in to try his 3rd field goal attempt. He's 1 for 2 thus far.
Baltimore has gone ahead of the Jets 10-0. They're playing in the 2nd quarter at Baltimore. Baltimore 10, New York 0.
This will be a 36-yard attempt. Noonan will hold from the far inbound hash mark. Barrow has kicked a 21-yarder and has missed a 41-yarder. Score is tied 3-3. Waiting for the snap. Set down. Here's the kick. It is up. And it is no good. No good. And so Yepremian 1 for 3 in the field goal department. The score remains tied 3-3. There's a timeout on the field. The score, Miami 3, Denver 3.
Don't get caught with your batteries down.
How would you like to settle down with your cassette player some evening for a couple of hours of good music? Press the button, and nothing comes out. Listen.
You better get everybody out tonight. Energizer. Because they last. Because they last.
For batteries that last and last and last in cassette players, radios, or cameras, get Ever-Ready alkaline energizers. They last so long, work so well, they're America's best-selling alkaline batteries. First, because they last.
Don't get caught with your batteries down.
You better get Ever-Ready alkaline energizers. The first, because they last.
Ever-Ready alkaline energizers.
Right up on timeout. So the Broncos set to put it in play on their 20. This is a familiar story of this ball game. Back in play at the 20, and here's Rick.
Don Horn, the quarterback, has Little and Anderson, the running back. Gerke and Harrison are the wide receivers. They split to the near side of the field. Jim Whalen, number 83, is the tight end. On the 20-yard line, hand off to Little. They have contained him, and they did it again. Knocked him flat at the 19-yard line. He tried to get in over the left side, and the Broncos running attack and their offensive line blocking has not looked too good this afternoon. A loss of a yard as the tackle was made by Bill Stanfill, number 84, the Dolphins' right defensive end.
No wheeling, straight dealing. For used cars, it's William Lehman Used Cars, Northeast 167th Street, North Miami Beach. Come in and see for yourself. WIOD, Miami.
At the 37-yard line, Lloyd Mumford was the man who contained him. Jake Scott also coming over to help out along with Dick Anderson. 18 yards on the pass completion. As we get the 2-minute warning, it'll be a first down when time is in for the Broncos at their 37-yard line. The 2-minute warning timeout, the score, Miami 3, Denver 3.
It can be downright discouraging. You've been waiting for hours, or so it seems, for that bite on your line, and then in one explosive moment, your line comes alive. And as your heart pounds, you try to reel it in. Your prize catch has other ideas. He runs and you give line. The battle is on. Now, this is the one you've been waiting for. And he's a big one. He breaks water and you know you've got to have him. And then you don't want to believe it, but your reel has developed too much drag and your line goes taut. And zap, he got away. Heartbreaking? You bet it is. Now, if that's ever happened to you, then you know the feeling of utter frustration. But next time, you'll be ready with a Spin Master reel with the slickest, most positive, multiple disc drag system yet designed, with alternating drag discs of stainless steel and oiled felt. Spin Master reels, designed in Florida for Florida fishing. Spin Master.
Bob Hines is in at defensive tackle now, number 72, 270-pound, 3-year veteran from the University of the Pacific for the Dolphins. And he can go both ways as of this week, with the tackle situation being what it is on the Dolphin Ball Club, particularly on the offensive line. We have a minute and 53 seconds on the board, showing left in the first half. Broncos ball at their 37. They split Gerke off to the far side, Harrison to the near side. Horn, the quarterback. He is 7 for 10 in the passing department. Back to throw he goes. Gets the rush. Picked off by Bonaconti. 40, 35, down to the 30. Fumbles the ball. Who's going to get it at the 22? Denver recovers. And I believe Floyd Little is the man who got the football. That's who it is, number 44. Bonaconti picked off the wobbly pass as the Dolphins put on a great rush that time on Horn. And Nick, I would imagine, occasioned by that cast that he's wearing, couldn't hold on to the ball when he was hit. And Floyd Little recovers, so the Bronx get it back at their 22. Boy, if the Dolphins could have held on to that one, we could have gone into the dressing room with some kind of a lead. Bob Matheson comes in, replaces Bonaconti at the middle linebacker spot. Matheson acquired a couple of weeks ago from the Browns, 6'4", 240, 5-year veteran from Duke. Horn has Harrison split to the left, Gerke to the right. Hand off to Little, spreads his way in the middle. He is hit and contained at the 23 to 24-yard line. Gain of about 2. They have really held him in check so far this afternoon. A gain of 2 on the play. It'll be second down and 8 as Matheson and the center of the defensive line in on the stop.
I don't think Lou Saban's going to let Horn so much. He's got a minute left to play in this first half, and he does not want to risk another one of those interceptions. The defense there was read perfectly. Bonaconti sticking in the zone, and no one was near Nick.
Gerke and Harrison split off the right side. Second down and 8. Denver's ball at their 24 with 45 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Horn. Play action. Swings one out. Caught by Harrison at 20. He slips. Gets away from one tackler. Across the 25. And is dragged to the ground at the 34-yard line by quarterback Tim Foley. And they'll mark the ball at about the 34. 12 yards on the pass completion. We'll get a timeout call by the Broncos to stop the clock with 30 seconds showing on the board left to play in this first half. That is good for a first down. A swing pass to the far side to Dwight Harrison, the rookie receiver from Texas A&I, who astounded some of the defenses that he faced in the preseason. The young man is a great jumper and holds all of the pass catching records in the history of Texas A&I.
the key thus far on both sides. The Broncos have been able to pass rush most successfully. They have dumped Griese 4 times, one time resulting in a fumble, and have contained Warfield fairly well, although Paul has caught 2, one for 35 and one for 30. That keeps him high in the average per catch, but they've bumped and run with him very successfully today, and the Dolphins have done a great job in containing Floyd Little, forcing Horn to pass more than he would like to. Don is 6 for 12. Griese 4 for 8. The Broncos have 5 first downs, and their point now with 30 seconds left is to make some attempt to get in the field goal range for Turner. Here's Rick.
Hines is out, and we got get a linebacker in. Matheson is in. We still have a 3-man rush up there now. The 3-man defense is in. From the Denver 34, Horn back to throw. Sets up, swings one out. Anderson catches the ball, falls down back at the 30. Gets up and is knocked off his feet at about the 31-yard line. Anderson lost his footing. Jim Riley is the man who contained him at the 31, and the timeout is called by Denver. That's a loss of 3 yards on the play. And with 22 seconds left to go in the half, it'll be a second down coming up at about 13 yards. Jesse Powell, number 56, comes in, replaces Colin in the defensive alignment for the Dolphins. Powell, the second leading tackler behind Bonacati in preseason for Miami. Yes, a 3-year veteran from West Texas State. Ball at the 30.5-yard line. It'll be second down and 13 when time is in for the Broncos. 22 seconds left to go in the first half. Yepremian has a 21-yard field goal, has missed 2 others. Turner a 10-yarder and has missed 1 other. And the score stands right now at 3-3. Broncos, out of the huddle, have Gerke off to the right side, and Harrison split left. Anderson, and Little behind Horn. Horn back to throw, throws the bomb down the near side. Harrison down there, picked off by Mumford. And they ruled it an incomplete forward pass as Mumford was out of bounds at the 35 when he intercepted the pass. It was intended for Harrison. That stops the clock with 16 seconds left to go in the first half. And it'll be a third down and 13 for the Broncos from their 30.5-yard line. The rush by the Dolphins this afternoon has been good at times. They have not dumped the quarterback, but they have forced him to throw off his line and hurry the pass on several occasions. Gerke splits right, and Harrison to the near side. Here's the handoff to Little. The sweep to the right side, cuts back to his left, gets out to the 35, to the 36-yard line before he is knocked off his feet. 9 seconds as Miami calls the timeout. 9 seconds left to play in the first half. And they did not make the yardage they needed for the first down. So the Dolphins want to get time to get Scott back there and get set for what they're going to do on this punt situation as Van Heusen is in. Ball is at the Bronco 36-yard line. And Scott will be the deep receiver with Dick Anderson, the shallow man. Anderson ran a short punt back by Van Heusen in the first quarter, 27 yards, to set up your Yepremian field goal. We have just 9 seconds to go in this first half. Van Heusen will punt from the Denver 21. Line of scrimmage, the Bronco 36. Standing back at about the Miami 30 is Jake Scott. Here's the snap. Van Heusen gets the punt away, a wobbly kick. Scott lets it bounce, picks it up back at the 20. Trying to find a hole, 25. It spins off one tackler and is knocked off his feet at the 29-yard line. Tackle 44 yards on the punt. As there's the end of the first half. With the score, the Dolphins 3, Denver 3. We'll be back with the halftime comment. Who really boomed one and almost got it up into the stands in the first half. Will kick off. He's a linebacker and the kickoff specialist for the Broncos. We've got Mercury Morris deep down the near side, and Hubert Kinn off to the far side to receive the kickoff. The score tied 3-3. The Dolphins will be moving from our left to our right for the third quarter. The kick is high, deep. There will be no run back as Ginn fields the kickoff back on the baseline of the end zone, so the Dolphins will put it in play at their 20-yard line. And setting the offense for you, Bob DeMarco will be the center, Kuchenberg and Little the guards. Evans and Trusan the tackles. Marv Fleming will be the tight end. Kiick and Csonka the running backs, and behind Griese, Warfield and Stowe the wide receivers. And Denver has their first unit defense in there. Warfield splits to the far side. Stowe to the near side of the field. Dolphins ball at their 20-yard line as we start play in the third quarter. Handoff to Kiick, slams the left side, and he is hit and knocked off his feet right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Lyle Alzado, the rookie right side defensive end, number 77, was the man who made the initial contact. They put the ball down at the 21, so we'll give him a gain of a yard. His forward progress carried him that far. 2nd and 9. Dolphins ball at their 21-yard line. A tremendous defensive struggle. The Dolphins' rush defense has been great, and the pass rush by the Broncos has also been great. Stowe splits to the near side. Warfield off to the far side of the field. 2nd and 9. Dolphins ball at their 21-yard line. Griese up under center, barks those signals. Long count at the line of scrimmage. Hand off to Kiick. Follows Larry Little. Gets outside. Gets the corner turn. Across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. Goes Jim Kiick as he picks up 11 yards. A first down for the Dolphins. The tackle made by Rich Jackson coming across.
Let's get a station break along the line. This is the Miami Dolphins Football Network.
No wheeling, straight dealing for used cars. It's William Lehman Used Car in South Dixie Highway, South Miami. Come in and see for yourself. WIOD Miami.
So Jim Kiick continues his effective running. Kiick and Csonka, the running story this afternoon. The Denver Broncos practically shut out in that department. Here's Rick.
They put it at the 31-yard line. Dolphins first down. We've got Butch Bird in, replacing Thompson at the right corner, as he was injured on that last play. From the Dolphins' 31-yard line, here's a handoff. Csonka booms through the middle, gets to the 35. Larry Csonka ripping off 4 yards before he's knocked off his feet. It'll be a 2nd down and 6. Tackle on the play made by Butch Bird, who just came in the ball game. Defensively for the Broncos, Jackson and Alzado the ends, Smith and Costa the tackles, Myrtle, Forsberg, and Washington the linebackers, Mitchell and Bird the cornerbacks, Greer and Sames the safeties. The ball at the Dolphins' 35-yard line. Stowe splits to the near side. Warfield off to the far side. Kiick and Csonka in behind Griese. 2nd down and 6. Here's the handoff to Kiick. He puts his head down and rams his way into the middle. Or check it. Csonka, the ball carrier, gets to about the 38-yard line as Paul Smith, the left side defensive tackle, makes the stop on the play. They mark it at the 38-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down coming up for Miami. And about 3.5 yards to go. We'll call it 3 for accuracy's sake. 3rd and 3, Dolphins ball at their 38. 21-yard field goal in the first period by Garo Yepremi and a 10-yarder by Jim Turner, and that's been all the scoring. Warfield splits left, Stowe to the near side. Csonka and Kiick in behind Griese. 3rd down and 3, Dolphins from their 38. Griese barks those signals out. Hands off. Csonka is hit at the line of scrimmage, puts his head down. He goes across the 40-45, still digging. And he's got the first down. Larry Csonka with a great effort as Leroy Mitchell, the left cornerback, came up to contain him. Well, let's see what they're going to mark it. That's going to be good enough for a first down. There is a timeout as a Dolphin is shaken up on the play. Let's get down to Henry Barrow.
Bob DeMarco, the center, is the injured player on the field. We're checking him now.
Jim Langer will come into the offensive lineup. Langer backs up at both guards and at offensive center. They put the ball out at the 46-yard line. A first down for the Dolphins when time is in. The score is tied 3-3. Here's Larry King.
That appears to be his knee. They've taken an official timeout. We'll be back in a moment. Dolphin football action continues from Denver with the score Miami 3, Denver 3.
Don't get caught with your batteries down.
Did you hear about the guy who waited 11 months to take movies of his kid's first steps and the camera wouldn't work? You know what he forgot?
You better get everybody out tonight. Energizer. The first, because they last. Because they last.
For batteries that last and last and last in cameras, radios, or cassette players, get Ever-Ready alkaline energizers. They last so long, work so well, they're America's best-selling alkaline batteries. First, because they last.
Don't get caught with your batteries down.
You better get Ever-Ready alkaline energizer. The first, because they last.
Ever-Ready alkaline energizers.
Bob DeMarco's being aided off the field, and he would certainly appear at this juncture to be through for the afternoon, and that knee appears in pretty bad shape. We'll get a report from Henry. Another major upset today at New Orleans. The Saints have beaten the Rams. New Orleans 24, Los Angeles 20. The Dolphins have their 9th first down. Here's Rick.
Ball at the Dolphin 46, Jim Langer, making his debut at offensive center. Warfield splits to the far side. First down, Dolphins at their 46-yard line. Griese up under center, calls the signals, hands to Csonka, slides off a tackler, coming right, puts his head down and rams his way to the 50-yard line. Larry Csonka, the big bull from Syracuse, 237 pounds. Dave Costa and George Sames, the right side defensive tackle, and free safety George Sames team up to make the stop at the 50. Gain of 4, and it'll be a second down coming up, and 6 for the Dolphins at the midfield stripe. They have running room, playing room off to the far side. The ball marked on the near side inbound hash mark. 11:08 to go in the third quarter. Score tied 3-3. Warfield is the wide man to the left side. They've got Stowe setting in tight. From the midfield stripe, second down and 6. Here's the snap. Hand off the kick. Quick opener in the middle. Puts his head down and bangs his way across the 45. Down to about the 44-yard line. Into Denver territory, Rich Jackson makes the stop on the play, and they say his forward progress might have carried him to the 43. It's close enough for a measurement. They'll bring the chains in from the far side. And it looks from here as if he's got a first down.
The secondary now, the cornerbacks are coming back off Warfield and Stowe. Expecting here Griese to mix up this rushing play. The Dolphins have gotten a first down, as Rick told you. They're 10th of the afternoon. The Broncos have 5. Dolphins have been ball controlling it. The weakness has been when they go to the pass and this pass rush. But the running offense of Miami has just been superb. Here's Rick.
The ball at the Broncos' 43-yard line. First down, Miami. Warfield spreads to the far side. Stowe is split to the near side, and Kiick sets as a slot man. To the right, Csonka in behind Griese. First and 10 from the 43-yard line. Hand off to Csonka. Trap in the middle. He's across the 40, 35, down to the 34-yard line. Norm Evans threw a great block to spring Larry loose that time. George Sames, the free safety, makes the stop on the play. That is close to another first down, but not quite. It'll be second down and a yard. The ball at the Denver 34-yard line. Out of the huddle come the Dolphins. As Griese keeping the football on the ground. Warfield splits left. Stowe to the near side. Csonka and Kiick in behind Griese from the Bronco 34-yard line. Second down and 1. Here's the snap. The handoff to Kiick. Follows Csonka. He's got the first down over left guard to the 30-yard line. Rich Jackson makes the tackle for Denver.
And the Dolphins have used 5.5 minutes thus far with the opening kickoff of the second half. Henry, do we have a report or anything on DeMarco?
They're still working on it. We'll have that report in a couple of minutes. Jim Langer is doing a great job at offensive center in the blocking department. The ball at the Denver 30-yard line. A first down for the Dolphins. 9:16 left to go in the third quarter. Score tied 3-3. Dolphins out of the huddle. They set Warfield wide to the far side. Stowe to the near side as they drive from our left to our right here. Griese calls the signals. Hands off. The Kiick follows his blocking. He's through the right side down to the 25-yard line. Goes Jim Kiick. Tackle made by free safety George Sames and Charlie Greer, the strong safety. The ball at the Denver 25 as this fine offensive blocking up there in the front line for the Dolphins, chewing up yardage and chewing up time. It's a second down and 5. The ball at the Denver 25-yard line. Out of the huddle now come the Dolphins. Warfield splits to the far side. And Stowe is not split at all. Just about a yard off Norm Evans to the right side. Second and 5 from the Bronco 25-yard line. Here's Griese on the snap. The Kiick threads his way across left guard and gets only a couple down to about the 23. Rich Jackson threw his 255 pounds into the breach and made the initial contact at the 23-yard line. A gain of 2. It'll be third down and 3 coming up with 8 minutes and 14 seconds. Here is DeMarco back into the ball game. Under his own steam, Langer goes out, and he did a fine job filling in at offensive center. DeMarco is back in.
And Rick, I apparently am not the best medical observer when I said that I thought Bob would be through for the day the way he went off the field, but he is back. Henry?
It's a bruise of the bone below the knee. That's why he's able to play. The ball at the Denver 23, third down and 3 Dolphins. Warfield splits left. Stowe to the near side. Kiick and Csonka in behind Griese. Waiting for DeMarco's snap. Long count at the line of scrimmage. And we get a flag down. The Dolphins took too much time as Griese was dropping back to throw, and that's the second delay of game, if that's what they're going to call it. Flag was thrown, and a 5-yard penalty will be marched off against the Dolphins for taking too much time to get the ball in play. Marks it back to the 28-yard line. Instead of 3rd and 3, it'll be 3rd and 8.
Rick, I think Bob was trying to draw them off. 3rd and 3, he was giving a very long cadence count, but the Bronco front four, one of the best in football, did not go for it.
They have been tough, that Denver defense, down inside their 30-yard line this afternoon. Score tied 3-3, 7:35 to go in the third quarter. Dolphins from the Bronco 28, 3rd down and 8. Wide to the near side, Stowe. Warfield splits left. Here's Griese. Back to throw. Being pursued by Jackson. Throws down the near side. Stowe can't get it. Fine defensive play by left cornerback Leroy Mitchell, who had him covered like a blanket all the way. And the pass is incomplete. Jackson put on a tremendous rush that time. And Griese looked to the left and threw down here on the near side. Ball was a little bit off target. So it's a field goal situation. With a 4th down situation from the 28-yard line in Denver territory, Yepremian will try a 35-yard kick. Noonan will hold. There is no angle. They're just about right out in front of the southern goal post. Garrow is 1 for 3 in the field goal department this afternoon. Waiting for the snap. Here it is, set down. The kick is up. He's got the distance. It is no good. And Garrow having a little problem this afternoon, now 1 for 4. He had no angle at all on that one. There's a timeout on the field with the score, Miami 3, Denver 3.
To be a winner, you have to do something extra, but first you need the basics. And in beer, that means quality ingredients. Carefully selected barley malt, premium hops, the purest water, the finest yeast. But at Ballantine, we do more than buy quality. We brew it. It's our extra step, cold brewing, that makes sure every glassful tastes great. Ice crackling cold. With all our extras, we've got a lot of greatness going for us.
Hey, get your cold beer, get your cold brew Ballantine beer. Taste a beer that's crisp and icily light. The cold brew taste that's precisely right. Frosty, lively, crystally clear. The crisp refresher. Cold brew Ballantine beer.
Cold brewed Ballantine. Man, we've got a lot of greatness going for us. See Ballantine and Sons, Newark, New Jersey.
So the Dolphins again fail, and again Garrow fails in a tough afternoon for the little one. Here's Rick Weaver as the Broncos put it in play on their 20.
7 minutes, 25 seconds to play in the third quarter. 3-3 scored. White Harrison splits right. Fred Gerke left. In the I formation, the setbacks behind quarterback Don Horn are Floyd Little and Bob Anderson. From the Bronco 20-yard line. First down. Here's the snap. Goes to Little, cuts outside to the left across the 25, shakes off a tackle, and is knocked out at the 30-yard line by Jake Scott and Dick Anderson. He was hit back at the 25, but got away. And that's going to be a first down for Denver. As Floyd Little, for the first time this afternoon, rambled. 10-yard pickup. They held him to an average of 1 yard per carry in the first half. His average last year was 4.3 per carry.
Rick, the Dolphins have only punted once this game. Seipel punted for 59 yards to show you how frustrating it must be for Shula and the staff.
Broncos ball at their 30-yard line. First down. Gerke splits right. And Harrison a couple of yards to the near side. Horn up under center, barks the signals. Long count. Hands off. Anderson threads his way through the right side and is sacked at the 35-yard line. A good hole on the right side. Manny Fernandez made the stop from his defensive tackle position. And they marked the ball just across the 25. It'll be second down and 5 for the Broncos. The ball at their 35-yard line. 6 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter. The score tied 3-3. Garrow Yepremian has 1 for 4 in the field goal department. Turner is 1 for 2. Gerke splits to the right. The ball at the Denver 35 with a second down and 5. Here's the handoff. Anderson off left tackle at the 39, 40, 41, 42-yard line before he is contained. Jake Scott, Lloyd Mumford on the stop. Bill Stanfill also, but not before he gets the first down. And speaking of the Dolphins ground game just a moment ago, Horn is keeping the ball on the ground, and they're beginning to get some motion and some good blocking off their offensive line. The ball at the Denver 41, a first down. Anderson and Little, two fine running backs. Out of the huddle they come. Gerke splits off the right side. Harrison to the near side. Ball at the Denver 41. First down. 5:25 to go in the third quarter. Here is Horn. Hands off. Check it. End around. Harrison carries to the far side. 45, 50 down in the Dolphin territory at the 49 before he's knocked down by Tim Foley. Reversed and carried. End around to Harrison. Cut to the far side. Got the corner turn. And gets down to the Miami 49-yard line. That's good for another first down. Wait a minute. They're going to bring the chains in and measure it. Maybe it isn't a first down. Timeout called by Tommy Bell. It doesn't look like they made it.
It's short by
just inches. So it'll be second down, less than a yard. Ball at the Dolphins' 49-yard line.
The Broncos have really changed their offensive running pattern in the second half, working out of the eye. They did not in the first half. Now that play completely fooled the Dolphins. 3 Dolphins went for Anderson then, and he did not have the ball.
The ball at the Dolphins' 49, second down, and much less than a yard to go for a first down. Gerke splits to the near side. Harrison a couple of yards off the right side. Anderson in the middle, in behind quarterback Don Horn. Looks around, checks the position of his backs. On the snap, hands to Little. He's through the left side, still digging, and he gets the first down. Didn't pick up too much yardage, gets to the 48, but he got enough for the first down. Doug Swift from the left side linebacker makes the stop, along with Mike Colon. First down for the Broncos at the Dolphin 48-yard line. They started this drive back at their 20 when Yepremian missed a field goal attempt. The ball at the Dolphins' 48-yard line. Airtime next week from Buffalo against the Bills, who scored 37 points on the Dallas Cowboys today in a losing effort. Will be at 12:50 along our Dolphin network. Harrison left, Gerke right are the wide receivers. In the eye, Little and Anderson. Here's Horn. Play action, fakes the handoff, sets the throw, lets one go in the middle. It is caught and down at the 33-yard line. Here's Jack Gerke, tackled by Dick Anderson. As Horn slipped as he went back to throw, regained his position, and then ripped it in the middle. And it's marked down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 15, another first down. That's the first pass thrown by Horn in this drive. Ball at the Dolphins 33 as the Broncos are on the move.
And the Baltimore Colts are too. They lead the New York Jets 19-0 in the third quarter. Baltimore 19, New York nothing, third quarter.
Jerry Simmons is coming at the wide receiver spot, first time replacing Gerke. He splits right. Bob Hines now playing defensive tackle in place of Richardson. Harrison splits left, and Simmons to the far side. Here's the handoff going to Little. He puts his head down and gets to about the 31. Coming in across the left side. He was smothered by green jerseys. Bonaconte, number 85. Bob Hines, number 72. They mark it at the 32-yard line, so it's a gain of only a yard. It'll be second down and 9. 2 minutes, 55 seconds to go in this third quarter. Score tied 3-3. Simmons is the fellow who started this preseason with the San Francisco 49ers. Caught the tying touchdown pass against us in the preseason game at the Orange Bowl, thrown by Steve Spurrier. He was cut by San Francisco and is now a wide receiver with the Broncos. Second and 9. Ball at the Dolphin 32. Harrison splits left, Simmons to the far side. Here's Horn. Back to throw. Gets the rush from Fernandez and Stanfield. Swings the screen. Little at the 35. He's knocked down at the 32-yard line by Fernandez. There's no gain on the play. Bonaconte also in on the stop. He got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all. It'll be a third down and 9. Both defenses have risen to the occasion when the pressure has been on this afternoon. Let's see if the Dolphins can hold them for one more down. Third and 9 from the Dolphins 32. With 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter, the score is tied 3-3. Horn getting his big opportunity this year with the Denver Broncos. Harrison splits to the near side. Simmons is wide to the right. Little and Anderson with a third and 9. Back to throw goes Horn. Sets up. Throws deep in the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Harrison. Harrison, the rookie from Texas A&I, got in between Lloyd Mumford and Jake Scott, caught the ball with about a yard to go in the end zone. A perfectly thrown pass as Horn lays it in there from 32 yards out. And that's the first TD of the ball game. With 1:37 left to play in the third quarter, the Broncos move out to a 9-3 lead. 80-yard drive, 9 plays. Key play, a 15-yard pass from Horn to Gerke. Jim Turner in to try the point from placement, and Horn will hold. So the Dolphins now have their work cut out for them. Here's the snap. Set down. The kick is up. It's perfect. The score with 1 minute and 37 seconds left to play in this third quarter as there's a timeout on the field. The Denver Broncos 10, the Miami Dolphins 3.
You probably agree you shouldn't spend a fortune on a vacation. But a vacation does cost something, and you do need it. So what's the answer? A travel loan from Household Finance. A travel loan can be small, just enough to make up what you haven't saved. Or it can be big enough to cover every cost, from luggage to lodging. Either way will let you take the holiday you've earned and deserved. And you can repay HFC conveniently later. Don't miss your vacation. If a travel loan will help, see Household Finance.
A good reason for borrowing is a good reason for lending. And the good place to borrow is Household Finance.
At Household Finance, you may borrow up to $600 and choose from a wide variety of repayment plans. HFC has offices in all the principal cities throughout Florida.
This is Rick Weaver back at Mile High Stadium in Denver. Dave Washington preparing to kick off. The Dolphins haven't had a run back this afternoon. Hubert Ginn off to the left. Mercury Morris to the near side with 1:37 to go in the third quarter. A 32-yard touchdown pass from Don Horn to Dwight Harrison, and the Denver Broncos lead by a score of 10-3. Here's the whistle. Washington gets it high, and it's going to be deep again. Backing up is Ginn. He's out of the end zone for the touchback, and the Dolphins will have to start from their 20-yard line. This Washington, a second-year linebacker, 6'5", 225 pounds, really has a toe. He lost his shoe on that one. Dolphins trailing by 7. They have generated offense, but they have not been able to put any points up on the board since Yepremian kicked a 21-yard field goal in the first quarter. Garrow has missed 3. Howard Twilley making his first appearance as a wide receiver to the near side. Csonka sets as a slot back to the right. Warfield is split left, and Kiick in behind Griese. First down, Dolphins from the 20-yard line as they move from our left to our right. Here's the snap. Fake handoff. Griese sprints back to his left, looking for Warfield. Throws. He's got it across the 40. Puts a stutter step on the cornerback. Out of bounds he goes at the 48-yard line in Denver territory. Dave Washington is the man who ran him out along with Bill Thompson. 32 yards as Warfield went up the far sideline, came back, and had a wide-open field position to receive Griese's pass. First down for the Dolphins at the Bronco 48-yard line.
Paul Warfield has caught 3 passes for 97 yards.
1:23 left to go in the third quarter. Broncos lead 10-3. First and 10 Dolphins at the Bronco 48. Warfield splits off the far side. Twilley in tight to the right. Now here comes Kiick in motion. Now set as a wide receiver to the right. Griese swings one to Kiick. Kiick looking for the hole. He's dragged to the ground for a loss. Back into Dolphin territory as they fool nobody on that one. Dave Washington from his linebacker spot, covering Kiick on the play. Had it diagnosed perfectly. And Kiick had come out to the near side as a wide man, and Griese just swung the pass out, but Jim couldn't find any running room. Back to the Dolphins 44 it goes. A loss of 8 yards on the play. It'll be a second down coming up. And 18 for the Dolphins back at their 44. We've got to get something started here pretty quick. 45 seconds left to go in the third quarter. They set Twilley, and Warfield is double wide receivers to the left. Kiick and Csonka in behind Griese. From the Dolphins 44. Second down and 18. Griese sprinting back to his left. Sets up the throw. Here's the pass. It is caught by Warfield at the 45. He fumbles the ball. Picked up by Thompson at the 50. Down into Dolphin territory and finally belted out of bounds. Down inside the 40-yard line. Warfield had the ball stolen away from him that time. And the loose ball was picked up by cornerback Bill Thompson. He runs it down to about the Dolphin 38-yard line. Norm Evans drove him out of bounds. So it turns around very quickly. 19 yards on the pass completion, but they run the ball back off the recovered fumble back to the Dolphins' 38-yard line. There are 11 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 10-3, Denver out in front. There's a timeout called on the field by the officials. And there is the end of the third quarter. They were waiting for the clock to run up to the judge's timing device. That's the end of the third period. Dolphin football action will continue from Denver with the score, Denver 10, Miami 3.
San Diego nothing. In the third quarter, Baltimore 19, the Jets nothing. Those are the only two games going, Rick.
Well, the defense has got to get the ball back again. First and 10, Denver at our 38-yard line. Simmons splits left. And Harrison, who caught the touchdown pass, is off to the near side. Anderson and Little behind Horn. Handoff goes to Anderson. Or Little, rather, through the middle. 35, 30, 25. Dragged down at the 21-yard line by Tim Foley. Big hole that time for Floyd Little to operate in. 16 yards on the pickup down to the Dolphin 21-yard line. First down, of course, for the Broncos down at the Dolphins 21. And we are in trouble. We trail 10-3. Hines and Fernandez are the two tackles. Riley and Stanfield are the end. Colin, Bonacati, and Swift are the linebackers. Anderson, along with Foley, Mumford, and Scott, the secondary. Simmons split left from the Dolphin 21. First down, Broncos. Here's the handoff. Anderson, bangs straight ahead and gets to the 17-yard line. Bob Anderson. Manny Fernandez hit him head on. They mark it down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 4. It'll be second down and 6 for the Broncos at the Dolphins 17. Sam Brunelli, the left guard, opened the hole that time. 13:55 left to play in the football game. And things do not look exactly bright for the Dolphins now, trailing 10-3. Deprelian has made only one of 4 field goal attempts. Simmons out of the huddle, splits left. And to the near side comes Harrison from the Dolphins 17, second down and 6 yards to go. Fake the handoff. Horn sets the throw. Far corner of the end zone. It will be overthrown. Incomplete intended for Simmons. Back defensing on the play was Lloyd Mumford. A little bit long. So it'll be a third down coming up and 6. As they mark the ball down now at the 18-yard line, so we'll change it and call it 3rd and 7. Ball at the Dolphin 18. Jack Gerke has come back in. Number 40 replaces Simmons at the wide receiver spot. 13:28 to play in this ball game. The Dolphins trail 10-3. Out of the huddle now come the Broncos. From the Dolphin 18, Gerke splits left. Harrison to the near side. Anderson and Little in the setbacks behind quarterback Don Horn. Third down 7 from the Dolphin 18. Here's the handoff. Little is really cracked by Bonacati coming across the left side. And he got nothing. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. So the field goal unit comes in, Jim Turner. And it'll be about a 25-yard attempt.
And Rick, I don't think Lou Saban was taking any chances. If Little would have got the 7 for him, fine. But he ran toward the middle to set up the field goal, which, if successful, would put him 10 points ahead in the fourth quarter. And the way this game's gone, that could be icing.
Don Horn will hold. Turner will try from right out in front of the south goalpost. He's 1 for 2. Has a 10-yarder earlier. Jay Bachman in to handle the long snap. Here's the snap. Set down. It's blocked. Loose ball rolls into the end zone. And it'll be blown dead and brought out and put in play. Lloyd Mumford is the man who got his hands on it for the Dolphins. There's a timeout on the field with a score, Denver 10, Miami 3.
It all depends on you, the kind of person you are. Take sports, for example. There's 2 choices. You can be a participant or a spectator. You may like the excitement and noise of a football game, or you may enjoy the quiet thrill of fishing. You probably enjoy both, as millions of others do. If you're enjoying football today, tomorrow you may want to get away from it all and relax in peace and quiet. To enjoy good fishing, you don't need the most expensive rod and reel in the world. What you need is a rod and reel that looks and handles like the most expensive you can buy. Remember their names: Spin Master Reels and Hurricane Rods. Spin Master Reels and Hurricane Rods. Designed here in Florida for Florida fishing. Look for them at your favorite tackle store. Our rods and reels are so good, they're better than many others, costing twice as much. Now you can have twice the fun at half the cost. Remember the names: Spin Master Reels and hurricane rods.
San Diego is on the board at home. It is Kansas City 14, San Diego 7 in the third quarter. Baltimore continues to lead the Jets 19-0 in the third quarter. And here we are in, with 12 minutes left to play, 12:43, 10-3 Broncos. Here's Rick.
All right, we have 12:43, 80 yards to go. Dolphins trail 10-3. Twilley split right. Warfield to the near side from the Dolphins' 20-yard line. On first down, the handoff. Csonka comes to the near side, turns the corner. He's belted to the ground at the 25, the 26-yard line. Good block by Jim Kiick that time. Fred Forsberg, the middle linebacker, coming across, makes the stop. Let's get a station break in. This is the Miami Dolphins Football Network.
WIOD Miami. Jack Anderson's Washington Merry-Go-Round, normally presented Sunday evenings at this time, 6 o'clock, will be heard at the end of today's Dolphins-Broncos game. Be sure to hear the Washington Merry-Go-Round next week at its regular time.
Mercury Morris in the offensive backfield for the first time this afternoon for Miami, replacing Kiick. Second down and 4. Here's the handoff. Morris sweeps to the right. He's caught from behind. Knocked down. Gets up and is knocked down again for a loss. Back at the 20-yard line. Paul Smith and Lyle Alzado just hand-fought the blockers and did a tremendous job on defense. A loss of 6 on the play for Morris. So they're right back where they started from. Third down and 10 with 12 minutes. Morris goes out. Kiick comes back in. 12 minutes and 3 seconds left to play. The Broncos lead 10-3. A leading margin, a 32-yard touchdown pass from Don Horn to rookie Dwight Harrison in the third period. Dolphins, 3rd and 10 at their 20. Warfield splits wide to the near side. Kiick and Csonka the setbacks in behind Griese. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. Griese sprinting out to his left side. Turns around. Throws back to the far side. It is caught by Mandich. He is across the 20. Gets up across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Griese threw the defense with him to the near side of the field. Lyle Alzado is the man who made the tackle. Then he threw back to the far side. Mandich caught the ball and picks up 6 yards. That's not enough. They needed 10. So Seipel, for the second time today, will come into punt. First time he had a 59-yarder. 11:15 to go. Bill Thompson will be back to field the punt as the deep man. And the shallow man is Charlie Greer. Seipel will stand at the Dolphin 11. The line of scrimmage, the Miami 26. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. The good rush. Seipel booms one out of there. A nice high spiral, giving the coverage a chance to get down. Greer grabs it to 30. Finds a hole. 40. Flag down. 45. 50. He slips and falls. It's knocked out at the Dolphin 43. But there was a flag down back at the Denver 30-yard line. A fine return by Charlie Greer. 49 yards on the kick. A flag down on the play. 21 yards on the return. It's going to be called back. The flag was thrown at the 30-yard line, and I'll bet you somebody clipped. They'll mark it back at the 15, and instead of having position in Miami end of the field, there's the signal. A clipping call on Denver. They'll start from their 15.
Seipel has now punted twice, once for 59, once for 49. He's averaging 54 yards a punt, only 2 punts.
Let's get on to Henry Barrow.
We want to tell you who's getting credit for blocking that field goal attempt a while ago. We're having a little trouble with our cue system here on the field, but it was Jim Riley who got the official credit for blocking the field goal attempt by Turner.
Okay, thank you, Henry. Jerry Simmons is back in, splits off the left side. Harrison to the near side. Little and Anderson, the setbacks behind Horn. From the 15, Anderson runs into Horn on the handoff, and Beard off to his left, gets about a yard. Maybe 2 out the 17-yard line. Right side of the Dolphin defense. And just backing him up. Bob Hines was the man who made the initial contact. They mark it at 16, a gain of a yard. Second down and 9. Jesse Powell in the linebacker spot replaces Colin for Miami. 10 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Broncos lead 10-3. Out of the huddle they come, back at their 16. Simmons splits left, Harrison to the near side. Out of the I formation. Anderson and Little, the setbacks, and behind Don Horn. Horn, long count at the line of scrimmage. Hands off, Little finds a hole. He's hit by Hines and knocked to the ground at about the 19-yard line. Picked up a couple of yards. Hines at 6'6", 270. Filled the breach admirably that time.
It'll be third down. Now, it's a very big play for the Dolphins. If they can contain Denver here, they will force them punting from deep in their own territory, and what the Dolphins desperately need now is field position.
The ball at the Denver 19-yard line. 3rd down and 6. Harrison splits left. Simmons to the near side of the field. Horn sets his ball club with 9:30 left to play in the ball game. Denver leading by a score of 10-3. 3rd down and 6. Here's the handoff, and he didn't get anything. Bill Stanfield. Anderson, the ball carrier, is hit at the 20. Gain of only a yard. So they did not make the needed yardage, and the punting unit comes on. Van Heusen, be up to him to get that ball upfield about as far as he can. And Jake Scott would like nothing but a good run back here. He and Dick Anderson go back to field the punt. The line of scrimmage will be the Denver 20-yard line. Clock continuing to move with 8:55 left to play. Van Heusen will stand back at about the Denver 5. Broncos out in front 10-3. Waiting for the snap now. Here it is. Van Heusen has time, gets the boot out of there, and he really ripped it. Holy Toledo with a kick. Back at the 30. Here's Scott. Straight ahead. 35, 40. Knocked off his feet at the 40-yard line. A great punt by Van Heusen. A 10-yard return by Jake Scott. 50 yards in the air. Bill McCoy and Ken Kreider in on the stop for Denver. There is a timeout on the field with the score: the Broncos 10, the Dolphins 3.
That punt good for 55.
Don't get caught with your batteries down.
Say, can you imagine turning on your transistor radio to the biggest ball game of the year, and it won't make a sound? Don't let it happen to you.
You better get ready out tonight. Energizer. Because they last. Because they last.
For batteries that last and last and last in radios, cameras, or cassette players, get Ever-Ready Alkaline Energizers. They last so long, work so well, they're America's best-selling alkaline batteries. First, because they last.
Don't get caught with your batteries down.
You better get Ever-Ready Alkaline Energizer. Because they last.
Ever-Ready Alkaline Energizers.
The Jets now lead the Colts 22-0 in the 4th quarter. Kansas City leads San Diego 14-7. 3rd quarter, we have 8:34 remaining. The ball on the 40. The Dolphins have it, and here's Rick.
Twilley splits right. Warfield at the near side. The ball at the Dolphins 40. Kiick and Csonka in behind Griese. 8:34 left to go. The Dolphins are 7 points behind. 10-3. Waiting for the snap. Griese fakes the handoff. Drops back to throw. Sets up. Looking. He's being pursued, and he's thrown for a loss. Back at the 32-yard line. Couldn't find anybody open. And Dave Washington and Dave Costa, right side linebacker and right tackle, respectively. And they mark it back at the 32. That's the 5th dump of the day for the Denver defense. A loss of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 18. Jim Mandich is the tight end. Warfield and Twilley are the wide receivers. Kiick and Csonka the setbacks. Dolphins, 21-yard field goal in the 1st quarter by Garo Yepremian, who later on has missed 3. We have not been able to put anything else on the board. Warfield splits left, 20 to the right. 2nd and 18. Dolphins from their 32. On the snap, Griese back to throw. He rips one. Twilley's got it across the 45 and knocked down at the 47-yard line. Howard Twilley in a crossover pattern. He is hit immediately by Leroy Mitchell, the left cornerback.
46-yard line.
And they mark it at the 46. That is not enough for a first down, lacking about 4 yards. That's 14 yards on the pass completion. Griese to Twilley. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Dolphins ball up their 46, and this is a big one. Right here with 7:35 left to play in this ball game. Denver leading by a score of 10-3. We've got to get on track and get into that end zone. Here's Twilley. Wide to the right. Warfield splits left. 3rd down and 4. They've got to get to the 50-yard line. The ball at the Dolphin 46. Waiting for the snap. Griese fakes the handoff. Back to throw he goes. He's throwing down the near side. It is overthrown. Warfield was cutting for the near sideline, and the ball was thrown behind him. Covering on the play was Bill Thompson, the right cornerback.
Bobby Anderson, the great offensive star for the Denver Broncos, is injured in front of us. He has an injured knee, and they are working on it.
It'll be a 4th down and 4 yards to go for a first down situation.
It's 4th down.
The ball at the Dolphins 46, and they're going to have to go for it with 7 minutes and 12 seconds left to play. Here comes Otto Stowe in from the Dolphins bench on the far side of the field. 4th down and 4. Dolphins ball at their 46. Stowe spreads to the right. Warfield to the near side. This is a big play of the ball game as far as Miami is concerned. Griese sets his ball club at the line of scrimmage, waiting for the snap. Bob to throw. Being rushed. He breaks out of it. Can he get the first down? No. He's dropped at the 48, but there's a flag down at the Denver 48-yard line. Griese scrambling out of a no-pass situation. There's a flag down back in Denver territory. The tackle was made by linebacker Dave Washington. The penalty against the Broncos will give the Dolphins a first down. A defensive holding call, an automatic first down. Defensive holding on the Denver Broncos, and the Dolphins get a break on that one. A first down at the Denver 46. Griese had not made the first down. Otto Stowe stays in the ball game. He and Warfield are the wide receivers. 7 minutes, 3 seconds left to play. Denver leads 10-3. Warfield splits to the near side. Stowe to the far side. Csonka and Kiick in behind Griese. First down Dolphins at the Denver 46-yard line. Waiting for the snap. Here's the handoff. Kiick on the draw. Back to the line of scrimmage. Might have lost the yard. They were waiting for it. Lyle Alzado, rookie defensive end, has done a great job today. One of the middle linebacker, Fred Forsberg, makes it stop. Henry?
The reason Howard Twilley's not back in there is he got a hip bruise, hit right on the hip bone. They haven't decided yet whether, to call it a hip pointer or not, but he's got a badly bruised right hip.
Jim Mandich goes out. Marv Fleming comes in at tight end for the Dolphins. 2nd down and 10 as they mark it at the 46. No gain on the last play. Stowe spreads to the right. Warfield to the near side. 6:29 left to go. Denver leading 10-3. Griese on the snap, drops back to throw. This time he has time, throwing long for Stowe. Overthrown out of bounds down at the 10-yard line on the far side of the field. Back defensing all the way was left cornerback Leroy Mitchell. So the incompletion stops the clock with 6:17 left to go. It'll be a 3rd and 10. Dolphins ball at the Denver 46-yard line.
In addition to the pass rush, we've got to give this Denver secondary a lot of credit. They are bumping and running, and usually when you lay off that, you find yourself a step behind, but in that case, the defensive man was right with Stowe. Warfield on the other side, well covered. It's been a fine second effort by the part of the Broncos. Griese is 9 for 17. Horn is 10 for 17.
Jim Mandich back in at tight end for the Dolphins. Stowe spreads right, Warfield left from the Bronco 46. 3rd down and 10 with 6:17 left to play. Somebody jumps, but no snap, no flags. Griese back to throw. Getting the rush, throws. It is almost picked off. Mandich was bumped and knocked down at the 30-yard line, and it was intended for him. Greer and Thames. The ball passed in between them. Had a chance at an interception. It'll be 4th down for the Dolphins at the 46-yard line in Denver territory. 6 minutes, 12 seconds left to go in this ball game. Clock is stopped with the incompletion. Denver leading 10-3, and Miami has had a rough time moving this football, particularly through the air against the Denver defense. A great pass rush and good secondary coverage. All right, this is it. 4th down and 10. They've got to get to the 36-yard line at least. Stowe splits to the right side. Warfield spreads to the left. Kiick and Csonka in behind Griese. On the snap. Griese back to throw. He's set. He fires. Warfield's got it at the 30, at the 28-yard line. We've got our first down and we're still alive. Warfield grabbed the ball down the near side, hooked in at the inbound hash mark, 18 yards on the pass completion. Washington, the right linebacker, and the free safety, George Thames, made the stop.
And for some reason, the defensive secondary of the Broncos on that play backed 10 yards off Warfield, and he was absolutely alone. They did not play bump and run.
Howard Twilley has come back in. The ball at the Denver 29 is where they mark it. 5:35 left to play. The score is 10-3. Twilley splits off the far side. Warfield is a wide man left. Mandich is a tight end left. Kiick and Csonka, the setbacks in behind Griese from the Denver 29. Here's a double reverse in the backfield. Warfield carrying, shakes off a tackler, runs into a blocker, and is knocked down for a loss. They tried the end around with the double handoff in the backfield, and Denver was waiting for it. Warfield ran into one of his own blockers, and there's a timeout called by the officials as Warfield is slow in getting up, and trainer Bob Lundy races onto the field. Dave Costa made the tackle on the last play. They marked the ball at the Denver 31. It's a loss of 2. So when time is in, it'll be second down and 12. Clock is stopped by the officials with 5:05 to go. There is an official timeout on the field with the score Denver 10, Miami 3.
When your beer is Valentine, you're going with a winner. That means you're getting the best tasting cold beer you can. It's because of Valentine's extra step called cold brewing. Cold brewing. Valentine's way of making sure every glassful tastes great. Ice crackling cold. Pick up a 6-pack of cold brewed Valentine and you'll know why. At Valentine, we got a lot of greatness going for us.
Hey, get your cold beer. Get your cold brewed Valentine beer. Taste of beer that's crisp and icily light. The cold brew taste that's precisely right. Frosty, lively, crystally clear. The crisp refresher. Cold brewed Valentine beer.
Cold brewed Valentine. Yes, we got a lot of greatness going for us. See Valentine & Sons, Newark, New Jersey.
Well, Warfield going off the field under his own power. Rick, he has caught 5 for 140 yards. 28 yards per catch.
All right, I think he just had the wind knocked out of him. He's going off under his own power. Carl Noonan comes in to replace him. We have a second down and 12 situation at the Denver 31. With 5, check it now, the clock moving, 4:55 left to play. Denver leading by 7. Fully spread right, Noonan to the left side. Kiick and Csonka in behind Griese on a second and 12 from the Denver 31. Here is Griese dropping back to throw. Gets a rush, lets go a pass. Caught by Kiick and out of bounds inside the 25 at the 23-yard line. Jim Kiick squared out to the near sideline down here, and running him out was linebacker Dave Washington. They picked up about 9 yards. Let's get down to Henry.
Paul Warfield got bruised ribs on that play. He also had the wind knocked at him, but the ribs are the main concern right now.
It'll be a third down coming up, and about 4.5 yards to go for a Miami first down. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to play. Denver leads 10-3. The ball at the Bronco 23-yard line. Third down, we'll call it 4. Twilley spreads to the far side. Noonan to the near side of the field. Mandich the tight end. Kiick and Csonka in behind Griese. From the Denver 23, third down and 4. Griese back to throw. Sets up. Scramble situation now. He throws for the end zone. Man down there, incomplete. Intended for Noonan. He could not catch up with the football. So the incompletion stops the clock. It'll be 4th and 4. 4:32 left to go. Here's Larry.
Howard Twilley has beaten his man and was alone at the 5-yard line, but Rich Jackson with those big hands coming in intimidated Griese. Griese did not see Twilley and reversed the other way and then wound up with 2 men open and overthrew them. And if those are the same ribs that Warfield busted last year, we're in trouble, but here he comes in.
Warfield back in. The ball at the 23-yard line in Denver territory. 4th and 4. We've got to get at least to the 19-yard line to keep possession of the football. Twilley spreads to the right. Warfield left. 4:32 left to go. Here's Griese. 4th and 4. Back to throw. Set. Throws deep. It is picked off at the 1-yard line by Greer and knocked out of bounds at the 3. So Denver takes over. Back at the 1-yard line with Charlie Greer, the strong safety, to pick off the pass. It was intended for Twilley, and he runs it back to the 3-yard line. So Denver takes over there.
And Rich Jackson up very slowly after that play and a little wobbly coming off the field. So the Dolphins here are going to try to force the fumble, going to try to keep the Broncos deep. They are playing now for a tie, friends. We have 4 minutes and 15 seconds left, and they trail 10-3.
Well, this is what makes pro football such a great game, is that anything can happen. 4 minutes, 7 seconds to go. The ball in Denver's possession at their 3-yard line. Here's Horn. Gives to Anderson. Anderson pounds straight ahead. Gets to the 5. Maybe the 6-yard line. Barry Simmons and Dwight Harrison are the wide receivers on this team now. The whole center of the Dolphin defense in to stop them. And they mark the ball at the 5. Got 2. It'll second down at 8. Ball at the 5-yard line in Bronco territory. 3 minutes, 36 seconds to go. Denver leading 10-3. The Dolphins have got to get the football back. Next week, Buffalo. Airtime on the network, 12:50. Simmons spreads to the far side of the field. Harrison to the near side. Anderson and Little in behind Horn. Here's the handoff. Anderson slides through a hole on the right side. Knocked down at about the 8-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on the play. Tackled by Riley. And we get a timeout on the field called against Miami with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left to play in the ball game. Denver leading 10-3. It'll be a 3rd down and 4 situation coming up. When time is in, the ball is placed at the Denver 9-yard line. Larry?
The Dolphins will have 2 timeouts remaining, calling that one. Bonacani comes over to the sidelines to talk. They will get the break of a 2-minute warning in 1 minute and 11 seconds. And, of course, what they must do here is prevent this first down attempt by the Broncos. They have the ball on the 9. It's a 3rd and 4. Dolphins have been very good on 3rd down plays, except the one play that beat them. The touchdown play was a 3rd down, 32-yard touchdown to Harrison. Henry, anything from the sidelines on Warfield?
Yeah, he just has the bruised ribs. He's going to play in the next series if we get the ball, if we hold him here.
Substitution, the offensive line at tight end. Billy Masters comes in to replace Jim Whalen at tight end for Denver. The ball at the Denver 9-yard line with 3:11 left to go. It's 3rd down and 4. And the Broncos want to hold on to it, keep the drive alive, and the Dolphins desperately need to get their hands back on the football. Trailing by a touchdown. They're back in the huddle. This has been a bruising ball game. Out of it they come. Harrison splits to the far side. Simmons to the near side. Anderson and Little in behind Horn. 3rd and 4 for the Broncos from their own 9-yard line. Waiting for the snap from center. Here it is. Now, back to throw is Horn. He's throwing up the near side. It is knocked down. Great defensive play by Timmy Foley. And a great bit of deception back there on the play action by Horn. He faked to the back going into the line to Little and then went back to the goal line, ripped a pass up the near side. Simmons got in behind Foley, but Foley lunged in the air and knocked it down up at the 40-yard line. So, it'll be a 4th down punting situation, and Van Heusen is in to get him out of trouble. We need a run back all the way. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to play. Scott and Anderson back to field the punt. Van Heusen, who got a beauty out of there last time, will stand about 5-6 yards deep in the end zone. The line of scrimmage is the Denver 9. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. He has time to get it away. Gets it off the side of his foot. A wobbly punt. Anderson at the 40. Starts at the near sideline. 35. Still going. 30. And knocked down at the Denver 26-yard line. Only 31 yards on the punt that time. By Van Heusen. Anderson grabbed the ball at the 40. Looked for some blocks. And let's see where they're going to put it down. They say he was down at the 26-yard line, not the 31. So a 14-yard return. Miami in the 2-minute offense with 2:54 to go. Warfield splits to the left. The ball at the 26-yard line in Denver territory. Here is Griese, back to throw. He throws the swing to kick, shakes off a tackler, is hit and dropped at the 25. They picked up only about a yard. Tackled by Forsberg, the middle linebacker. Flat out pattern, and Miami calls a timeout with 2:37 left to play. They got only about a half yard. We'll give them no gain on it as they put it down at the 26 again. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
I wonder why the Dolphins are using their timeouts now. With 2:37 left, they will have an automatic one coming at 2 minutes. Unless there's some readjustment. Normally you hold your timeouts for the final 2 minutes. Miami only has 1 timeout left. The Broncos have their full complement of 3. And Howard Twilley again made a move there and was free. And again, Rich Jackson's big hands bothered Griese. The Denver Broncos have dumped Griese 5 times today. Robert is 12 for 22 in the passing department. Don Horn, 10 for 19. We have exactly 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining to play. The Dolphins have only one timeout left, and they are regrouping their forces. The Broncos are now changing every other play. Sometimes they come up and bump and run on Warfield, and sometimes they do not.
The ball is at the Denver 26-yard line. A second down and 10. 2:37 left to go. Miami needs a touchdown as we trail 10-3. Mandich is the tight end. Twilly spreads to the far side. Warfield to the near side. And Kiick and Csonka are the setbacks in behind Griese. From the Denver 26-yard line on second down and 10. Griese barks the signal. And there's some contact made. Twilly jumps. And coming across the line of scrimmage was Leroy Mitchell, the left cornerback. And the Dolphins are going to be called for illegal procedure.
And Mitchell did a very smart thing, as we learned from the officials. They do not call in motion on one jump unless the defense reacts. And all Mitchell did was let Twilly take the jump, and then Mitchell just took a step, and bam, that's 5 yards.
Well, they call it offside. So the Dolphins are penalized 5 yards. Second down and 15 from the Denver 31 now. Twilly splits to the right, Warfield left. 2:37 left to play from the Denver 31-yard line. On second and 15. Here is Griese dropping back to throw. Looks to the left side. Warfield's got it at the 10. 5. Touchdown, Dolphins. George Thames had a shot at him at the 5-yard line and missed him. Warfield just gave the hip and took it away. And Cornell Green also had a stab at him, but he couldn't hold on to him. So the Dolphins, with Griese to Warfield, finally unload from the 31-yard line. He caught the ball at the 15 and swivel-hipped his way into the end zone. It's now 10-9. 26 yards and 3 plays. The 31-yard touchdown pass from Griese to Warfield. Noonan will hold. Yepremian will try the point from placement. 2:30 left to play in this football game. Garrow can tie it up. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. Set down. The kick is up. It's perfect. Wait a minute. Yes, it is. It's good. The score is Miami 10 and Denver 10. We'll hold it here. We were looking at Larry King, and he says no more timeouts. I didn't see any flag down on the field. 10-10 the score. So that makes you feel a little bit better. Now if we can hold them again and get the football back. They put Dickie Post and Dwight Harrison back to field the kickoff. 10-10. It took the Dolphins about 57 minutes to get on the board. But Griese coming through with a pass to Warfield, and Warfield shaking off tacklers going in for the touchdown. And Yepremian converted.
Rick, Griese has thrown to Warfield 6 times for 170 yards, 28-point-something average. An amazing afternoon for Paul. Henry?
Don Shula has conferred with Garrow. Watch for a squib kick or an onside kick.
All right, we've got Post and Harrison back as the deep man and a couple of linebackers up as the blocking cordon. Let's see what the Dolphins' strategy is here. Here's the whistle. Yepremian forward. He gets the ball high. It's a deep kick. Back in the end zone. Here's Post. Starts out at the 5, the 10. He is hit. Breaks off a tackle and is written out of bounds at the 14-yard line by Curtis Johnson. Curtis Johnson is the man who hit him. Post grabbed the ball in behind the goal post and runs it out. So we've got 2:19 to play. They mark the ball at the 13-yard line. Jack Gerke will be one of the wide receivers as he's just coming in.
And remember, the Broncos have 3 timeouts left. The Dolphins only 1, and we have 2:19 left. We will have the automatic warning at 2 minutes.
All right, the Broncos, moving from our left to our right, have the ball at their 13-yard line. Score tied 10-10 with 2:19 left to play. The wide receivers will be Harrison, split to the near side. Gerke off to the far side. Anderson in the middle. The setbacks in behind Horn. Here is the handoff going to Little. A sweep to the left side. Gets to the line of scrimmage, and it smashed to the ground across the 15 of the 16-yard line. As the Dolphins defense rises up, tackled by Manny Fernandez. And they mark it out to the 16. And a gain of 3 on the play. It'll be second down and 7. There is the 2-minute warning. There is a timeout on the field with the score Miami 10, Denver 10.
Hey, what's your wife doing? Does she have the car while you're glued to the ball game? Well, if that's the case, you'll be glad to know about the car man at your Citgo gas station. Yes, at every Citgo station, there's a man who knows cars. A man who's ready and able to tell your wife what needs adjusting or filling or fixing when you're not there to take care of it yourself. A good thing to keep in mind, whether you're going out of town on business or going to a ball game for pleasure. And of course, at Citco, you get only the finest products for your automobile. From a tank full of gasoline to a brand new battery, Citco is first string all the way. So remember, when your wife's got the car, Citco's got the car man to take care of it. For her and for you. The car man at Citco. Greatest thing that's happened to cars since the automatic shift. And hey kids, get a football jersey like the pros wear, just $2.39 with a $3 purchase at all participating Citco dealer stations. Offer void where prohibited by law.
2 minutes left, 10-10 tie, the ball at the 20. The Broncos set to put it in play. The referee's telling them to hold it. Let's get in a station break. This is the Miami Dolphins Football Network.
This is WIOD Miami. It's 6:30.
Tommy Bell says, let's go, and Rick Weaver says the same.
The ball is at the 16-yard line in Denver territory. A second down and 7. Exactly 2 minutes left to play in the ball game. The score tied 10-10. Whalen is the tight end. And we've got Simmons and Harrison as the wide receivers. Floyd Little and Bob Anderson will be the running backs with quarterback Don Horn. Dolphins just tying it up on a 31-yard touchdown pass from Griese to Warfield. Ready to go from the Denver 16-yard line. Second down and 7. Simmons split to the near side. Harrison to the far side. Horn back to his right. Falls down and is contained back at the 6-yard line. Manny Fernandez was on top of him. Horn just had his feet go out from under him. That's some of that new turf they put in on the baseball diamond here. A loss of about, see where they're going to put it down. Down back at about the 7-yard line. He lost 9. It'll be third down and 17. Larry says it's the first dump for the Dolphins. Well, he had a little bit to do with it himself. 1:51 left to go in the ball game. Score tied 10-10. Third and long yardage. Back at the Denver 7-yard line. Let's see what Horn comes up with. He's got Simmons spread to the near side of the field. At the line of scrimmage, Horn barks out the signals on the long count. Pitch out. Goes to Little, sweeps the left side, and is run out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. And the fans are booing that call. Jesse Powell ran him out. It'll be a punting situation.
And a tremendous break for Miami because the clock stops. And there's 1:30 left. The Dolphins have 1 timeout left. The Broncos did not use any of theirs. They still have 3. And now, if they can get another poor punt here and field position, there is always another chance for Garrow.
Let's go down to Henry Barrow.
On the sideline, Don Shula and Bob Griese and the whole offensive unit deciding what the plays they'll use in the next series when they get the ball.
Van Heusen about 5 yards deep in the end zone. The line of scrimmage is the Denver 10 on the punt situation. Scott and Anderson back to field the punt. Here's the snap. He gets it out of there. High end over end kick. Grabbed at the 46-yard line by Scott to the far sideline. 45, 40, 35, still going. Inside the 30, fumbles the ball. Who got it? Denver recovers at their 23. Scott with a great return could not hold on to the football. And Denver takes over at their 23-yard line. 36-yard punt. And Scott returned it 23 yards. Bobby Anderson recovered it. And now Denver has the ball back. And Denver calls a timeout, using their first timeout in the second half. Score is tied 10-10, 1 minute and 14 seconds to go. Larry?
This has been an incredible half of football. The Dolphins, except for 1 series of downs, have totally controlled the second half. They have been able to muster 7 points. The Broncos had 1 long, sustained drive, capped off by the touchdown. Been able to do nothing else. The Dolphins have gotten tremendous breaks, including a Horn pitch out to Little to give them the timeout. A poor punt, not much field coverage, and not a high punt, and Scott a brilliant punt return, and then the fumble. That's the Dolphins' 3rd fumble and the 3rd Bronco recovery. Denver has not fumbled. 3rd Dolphin fumble, 3rd Denver recovery, and you don't win football games that way, as they are discovering here. Now Miami must dig in and prevent Denver from moving the ball upfield and try to get in the field goal range. 1:14 left. Here's Rick.
All right, Horn over here conversing with head coach Lou Saban along the sideline. Jake Scott over talking with Don Shula. And Denver off that unfortunate break for the Dolphins. A great return, and Scott was just getting up ahead of steam. He was searched, and he came up with empty hands. Denver has the ball at their 23-yard line. 1 minute and 14 seconds left to play. The score is tied 10-10. Simmons is the wide receiver to the near side. Harrison splits to the left. Whalen the tight end. Anderson and Little the setbacks in the eye, and behind Don Horn. First down, Denver from their 23-yard line. Long count. Here's the handoff. Little slants it across left tackle, and it's flattened out at the 25-yard line. Really hit. And the Dolphins doing a little searching themselves underneath that pile. He held onto the football.
Fans booing, of course, as Denver appears to be playing for the tie.
Ball at the 25, a second down at 8, 53 seconds left to go in the football game. The score tied 10-10, and the fans are very upset with this strategy here thus far. Here's Horn, hands to Little. He gets to the 26, 27-yard line, hitting the middle before he is knocked off his feet. Miami has just one timeout left, and Denver calls another one. So they still have one left. Stops the clock with 33 seconds to go. They mark the ball at the 27. It'll be third down and about 6. 33 seconds showing on the clock. Nick Bonacani goes over to the far sideline to talk to Don Shula. Score tied 10-10. Listen to the crowd in the background. They don't like this at all.
Now, what Miami must try to do is stop this play, call a quick timeout, which will be their last, and force Denver to punt. And literally going to have to run that punt back all the way. There are 33 seconds remaining. Both teams have one timeout left. Horn has a third down 6. Will he pass or won't he? If he doesn't, you will hear it from the crowd.
The ball at the Denver 27-yard line. 33 seconds left to go. Third down and 6 for Denver. This is the big play of the game. Harrison splits a couple of yards left. Simmons to the right side. Horn sets his ball club from the 27. At the line of scrimmage. Here's the pitch going to Little. A sweep to the right side. He is up across the 30, still going, and I believe, in fact, I know he's got the first down as you run out of bounds here on the near side of the field at the 38-yard line by Tim Foley. And Denver picks up the first down to hold on to the football. That stops the clock with 27 seconds left to play. They have the ball at their 38. Bonacani goes out, and Matheson comes in at middle linebacker for Miami. 27 seconds to go. 10-10 the score. First and 10, Broncos ball at their 38-yard line. They come out of the huddle. They send Harrison off to the left side. Or check it, Simmons to the left, Harrison to the near side. Anderson in the middle, in behind Horn. Horn drops back to throw. Swings one out. Anderson's got it at the far sideline to 40. 45, run out of bounds at the 50-yard line by his brother Dick. Dick Anderson belted Bob right at the midfield stripe. 12 yards on the swing pass from Horn to Bob Anderson. Another first down. Out of bounds stops the clock with 21 seconds. And they are at the midfield stripe. Score tied 10-10. This one has had a lot of drama. Excellent line play. Dolphins haven't been able to hold on to the football. But the defense has done a great job for Miami. The ball at the 50-yard line. Long time back in the huddle for Horn. Now he breaks them out. 21 seconds to go. They want to get into field goal range. Harrison splits left. Simmons to the near side. On the snap, Horn sprints back to his right. Sets the throw. Flag down. It is dropped. Incomplete to 30. Intended for Simmons. Foley is the man who covered on the play. A holding call is going to be made against the Denver Broncos on the pass protection. And it looks to me like it was called on Sam Brunelli, the left guard. That penalty stops the clock with 15 seconds.
And one of the tough part about the fumble recoveries were that both Bonacani's fumble and Scott's fumble were on the Denver 25-yard line, in between the 25 and 20. Two scoring threats. Barrow has missed 3 field goal attempts. This has been a very, very frustrating afternoon for Mr. Shula and his friends.
Well, the penalty sets the ball back to the Denver 35, from whence it will be a first and 25. Most important situation, however, is there are just 15 seconds left to go in the ball game. Heinz is out, and the Dolphins have the 4 linebackers in as Bonacani is in. And they distributed now to Mike Curran, the right tackle, a holding call. Here's the handoff to Little. The sweep to the right side. He is knocked to the ground at the 38-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Doug Swift, the left linebacker, makes the stop. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And there is the end of the ball game, and the fans lustily booing the Denver Broncos for not going for the bomb. The final score, Denver 10, Miami 10. We'll be back with the final wrap-up in 1 minute.
You've heard it said, there's a first time for everything. If you need to borrow for the first time, consider Household Finance. Why Household? Because HFC is the most experienced lending company. Household knows more about solving all kinds of money problems because they've helped more people for more years than anyone else in the business. Last year alone, over 2.5 million families borrowed from Household. For many, it was the first time they borrowed, and they chose HFC. When the need arises, you should too.
A good reason for borrowing is a good reason for lending. And the good place to borrow is Household Finance.
At Household Finance, you may borrow up to $600 and choose from a wide variety of repayment plans. HFC has offices in all the principal cities throughout Florida.
So the Dolphins and Broncos opened the 1971 National Football League season playing to a 10-10 tie. Again, it'll be talked about all week long. I'm sure heavily in both cities. The Dolphins moving the ball pretty well and turning up fruitless and hopeless in a tie. And the Broncos being lustily booed, Lou Saban and his crew, and they threw things down on the field, too, as Denver went off. The final comment at the empty Dolphin bench from Henry Barrow.
Well, there's a lot of comments coming from the stands. They're still getting on to Lou Saban. All kinds of comments. Most of them we can't repeat, but the most common one heard is, Saban, you're as bad as Notre Dame. The fans didn't like the fact that Saban, in their opinion, was playing for the tie. Otherwise, I think many points of concern in this ball game. One is Garo Yepremian's kicking. It was really bad today. There's no doubt about that. You figure 9 more points on the board had Garo been kicking, and that was a win in the ball game. Also, the offensive line was having its problems, but there in the late in the third quarter and in the fourth quarter, the offensive line seemed to be able to contain the Denver Broncos. So there's hope there.